Sukkot, good Yom Tov everybody. So we are in Yom Tov Sukkot. What is Sukkot? Who's got food with Sukkot? How's Yom Tov going? How was your Yom Tov going?
Amazing.
Yeah? Yeah. How so?
More specific?
Yeah, just short, quick.
I like it. I love it there. I love the Sukkah. It gives you a chill vibe.
Yeah, Baruch Hashem. The main part of the present, Farbraingen.
It's basically acceptance of where I'm at. And not fighting the things that I'm not able to do.
Well, you're accepting where you're at. What happens?
More at ease. Instead of trying to daven and then they get very triggered.
What was that?
One of the things, for example, is davening. Instead of having the guilt of not davening, so then I daven and then I get very triggered.
But yeah, it's not that much like on film, so.
But there's still guilt.
It's still guilt. Okay, so there is a guilt regardless. There's a guilt. That's nothing to do with. There's a cluster of guilt.
Yeah.
Where does their guilt show up for you?
My body?
Yeah. It's like a trunk of bees.
Yeah, just like tweet of Islavek and today,
Eat the honey with the nest, with the whole thing. That's the thing. What you doing? Huh?
Calm.
How is Sukkot different than anything else? The Sukkot language.
The last few weeks.
What's that?
The last few weeks are very present, not more Yom Tov.
Do you feel Sukkot macht a difference?
Going out of the Sukkot or Yom Tov?
What, Yom Tov? Yom Tov says Yom Tov. Yom Tov macht a
Yom Tov
difference?
brings a certain connection, certain Yom Tov vibe.
Connect to what I'm doing and not trying to push my limits like in the Sikha in Northerness and connecting to wie ich bin, just to feel connected. Sikha and the Dalvin and feels a lot of you come bashing to play with myself. I'm not meeting up. Okay.
Society is a hard medicine.
It is. It's very hard. So, what does it mean a hard mitzvah?
It's difficult to be happy.
Why do you need to be happy? Why do you want to be happy?
Why I want to be happy?
Yeah. So the reason you want to be happy, the reason you all want to be happy, is because it's a mitzvah. A mitzvah it's a tzivui, it's a command. It's a command that you don't have to do it. It's if you want to connect, then this is the cup. This is how we connect. We connect through simple. So that changes everything, because that takes a lot of pressure off. It's not that I have to. Nobody can tell me to be v'simcha. You can't command me to love somebody. I have to love somebody. And if you change the mitzvah from a command to a direction, that releases everything, and we find ourselves automatically where we need to be. So, okay. Yeah. That's a big pressure that all men are but they're mashakul.
They were like, how they don't film the besmet, special became special for the challenge, and it was. Maar als ik hem gewoon geschwitst, meer oké, meer ruhig. Ik heb veel recharge. Again, zei ik het test. So I'm actually happy.
Yeah, ik neem de Chabad sidders en dan zei het van de Engelse sidder. Dat men echt een goed kijkt aan. To the right, to the left, up, down, because all sophisticated siddir, and the oil and vice versa, the guy from France again. So keep going to the front. So that's the big, Mamalush, page 224. Shanas. Even to see, I'm like, okay, why is it before? Shana Rab, the vice said, it's it. Hoi Shana, the Srimel, the Aimul. Hoi Shana, Malkakan, Hoi Shana, Aimul, Srimel. So, we zoek still. But do it so that's the beauty of being in such a sophisticated shul that people are very connected.
Deze week Shabbos gaan we de geweldig in de kavuna van Shakla, al basic. Op een site, hè. Geef het laat staan basic. En dit is ga ik even toch. Het. Dat is dus nou zo. Versteer.
How about you? What's your name? Wow, what was running him? Zoekt als David Amelech ben Avshulam is, dan is in Kimmel zoeken als is, wat hem gehaald had ik gezoekt zijn om een draaimol, met een roze slag van Jehannem. Avshulam. Zo gefrekt draaimol die is mij. Wat ik mij een roze slag van Jehannem, ik weet het. Wow, wat is het nice. L'chaim bieden. Goed te zijn. Het is een oude vriend. The reason I Meyer is like he reminds me of myself. He just fights for the sake of just a fight. He's looking for a good fight, no reason.
What do you think?
He's already there. He's just looking for a fight. What's your name? Mandy. Yeah, right. Mandy. So how are you connected to Sikis? We just want to slowly just get into the vibe of Sikis and met z'n gaan slowly. Dat is norm dat maar kunnen we best lang hebben met je. Als je de kilo in een ruit te geven was, dan gaan we niet aan door het stuk. Kim starken kan het zonder mij?
Mooi gebarij.
Ze doen het. Yeah, definitely. We gotta come in.
We roepen het door.
It's just being there is it's just healing. The energy is the Relam Kandab is lishmach from energy. The vibration is so high that you just stand there and just any type of situation you have, you start looking at it as so clean kapelig as samach was consent. So it's definitely recommended to have Einnacht machen that. You can't have that's it. That's why we're here. We needed a big sicker, so all the big ones were occupied. So here we are. Huh? But we can't arrange, yes, that's the truth. So it's going out of the question. We can't have a second bar, but we can from them, yeah, and the kids. The woman is got more marketing, and he's about to get more. What's that?
Dus wel weinig kraanheid wat er is gekomen.
So that was
Maar ik heb een kraanheidsmoment.
Ik ben oké, ik ging net terug van een 3-day, 2-day trip.
Zo.
Ik ga voor het
Eerst dat ze bij jou zingen.
Ik moet naar de geheim jetzt, maar daar.
also
Ach, dat is dat again.
Moshe dacht met reverse the check in.
You guys trying to mend the halt aanregen. My help is just doing a quick warm up. It was the Sikkes got from how you connecting to Sikkes, and then we're gonna talk about Sikkes. Was ik wel gaan kunnen?
Nee, nog niet.
Was je aan het Coca-Cola of was dat? Mine. Mine. How Sikkes?
Very good.
Would you say it's more like in the moichen or more in the heart?
Balance is interesting to observe.
Balance is interesting.
To observe.
Right. Okay, yeah, there's a good flow. It's not there. There's a good flow. Schaft de mind besuzen. Alright. Toiv. Shimon. Mendy. How was yours?
Das ist freilich. Doch, da haben wir keine Reaktion. Es kommt zu uns nach sein.
Als met vrijdag dat we samen met de family gaan zien.
Das ist eine Family on the Friday. Muss auch noch sagen. Das ist ja.
Wil kinderen rusten? Samen met de family aan het. Okay, good. Good for you. Said it. How about you, Zev? You got the deal?
So, very good job. Came at the right energy, so at least I prevented the long moments. Sure, very good. Times are connected, but not wasn't that spiritual, you know.
You believe you have a munah, you believe, right? So that's the main thing. My favorite what? Oh, wait, he's sleeping already? Okay. Yitzchak, how's it going with you? You guys wanna share, or is it just good? You want to? Listen, okay, you? Okay. Good. So Sukkot is different than any other Yom Tov. And we are already deep in the middle of Sukkot, but it's the perfect night. Tonight is the Shpizin of Yosef, right? Tonight's Yosef Atzadik. And we still have tonight, we have tomorrow, and then tomorrow night, and then we have a Shana Rabbah. Shmini Atzeres, and Simchas Torah. Yeda Yom Tov is something happened on that day, and we celebrate that day. Pesach, we do Yetzias Mitzrayim, and then we celebrate Yetzias Mitzrayim. How? With the matzahs. Which means that something happened, and from that place that something happened, we are connecting to that light by doing a certain action. We're connecting to that fire. Sikkis, nothing happened on that day. The 15th day of Sikkis, of Tishrei, nothing happened. There was just, there was a situation. She given Sikkis of the world, and we were looking, the Eibishter was looking, Eibishter is creator, he was looking for a, wie when gaat man parken Sikkis? Eigenlijk the 15th of Tishrei. That's when we're going to celebrate Sikkis. What is Sikkis? Sikkis is all the work that we've been doing. Whoever has been doing this work, what is it that we're doing? What are we doing? What are we doing particularly in the Chabira? What are we doing over here?
Observing a shift.
Observing a shift. Observing a shift. Okay.
Getting closer to ourselves.
Everybody's getting closer to themselves. What's different here than everywhere else? Not that this is unique. It is. I'm saying not that it's better or less. I mean, everybody has their mahala.
I wish everyone's getting closer.
No, listen. People are working. There's fire all over. It's crazy. There's fire everywhere. But there's something special. Special. Everybody has special. Everybody's special. I'm not saying lesser. Just a different flow. The flow is. Yeah, go ahead.
The idea and the feeling comes together. So the idea.
Yes. Yeah. The idea and the feeling. What's happening here is that we are tuning in energetically. We're tuning into what's happening. Which means that I'm feeling something sick as I'm experiencing something. Something is Yontav, is chill, sick is chill, and I'm, trying to, and heart and mind, it's literally observing, and that's really observing and feeling, experiencing the experience, and what that is, it's the heart center. We're operating from here. Nishvan Kop, we're operating from here. This is good, Gemurat, Asher Toisvas, and, Lapoil Mamash and all that. But to really experience, to build the Beis HaMikdash, to bring this into Lamata Masurat Tvuchim. Lamata Masurat Tvuchim means that this body, this guf that we are in, is, it's a machine. It's a very complex machine that operates on SS Vidas and different colors and different vibrations. Some people align with sound, some align with colors, but everything it's just a vibration, how you are vibrating, how you are receiving, how your receptor is working. And by going into the heart, you actually become in touch with your vibration. What gets me going? What song do I like? What do I like? Alcohol? Do I like wine? Do I like this music, that music? And it's okay. Do I like to be in silence? Do I like to watch people talk and I just want to be whatever it is? When I am still in my head, I'm in separation. I need to fit into a certain vibe. I need to fit into a certain agenda. But when I'm in my heart center, when I'm in my center, which is the heart is connection. The ganze Welt, the ganze Earth, the ganze planet Earth, it's a heartbeat. Everything is a heartbeat. Everything is pulsing in different vibrations and it's different flows. By getting into the heart is the connector. So when I'm connected to my heart, I'm connected to myself. But it's easier said than done because sometimes we are so far removed from the heart center that even if I'm in my heart center, I'm experiencing resistance. Ich got on a shield and I'm having massive resistance. I'm having massive resistance because my heart is broken and I don't know how to channel my heart. So when I'm in my head, I'm in separation. When I go into the heart, I'm going into connection. Chaim? Maybe. Well, Simcha. All right. Chaim Tamar. So, Yontav Sukkot is a time where nothing happened. There was just a sukkah. What is a sukkah? What's the sukkah? There's something called makifim, the bina, and then there's panimius. Makifim is what's going to happen tomorrow is in the makif. It's surrounding me. It's not my reality right now. The impossible, all the potential, everything that you are looking and all your goals, everything that you're trying to connect to is in your makiv. It's surrounding you. We can't process makiv. We can't process what's around me. I can only process what's within me. If we were to try to process something that's makiv, it's like putting yourself into a capsule that goes at 2,000 miles per hour. Your head is going to fly off. Because you can only process what you can process. You can't process something that you can't process. It has to be b'medida v'hagbala. It has to be measured and mugbul, limitation. Because if this is the size of my hands, if my hands will continue going with my makiv, I'm going to explode. That's what happened in Toyo. There was just massive explosion because there was no medida, no hagbala. There was no measurement. So we are here in limitation. And because we are in limitation, we're experiencing pain. The minute you are limited, if there's shallow breathing, panic hits, all types of, oh my gosh, what happened to me? I saw that kid, something, this, that, drowned, all types of images come into my head, and I'm vulnerable for any type of chatzonius to come in and start to be yonik from the energy, to drain my flow. Because I'm not grounded, I'm not present, because I'm not breathing properly. So we have Makifim the Bina, which is that we are entering a space. We're entering a space that we are really in an oxymoron right now. We are and you are not. It's like a Kodesh Kodeshim type of thing. You're here and you're not here, and we're going to talk about what it is. I don't want to just go into some trippy concepts. We're here, right? Physically here. If you were to get hit, you're going to feel it. We're here. Okay? We're here. Very present. But what does it mean here? How am I here? Keep in mind, we just went through a process of Yom Kippur where the Kohen Gadol goes into Kodesh Kodeshim and the words, the Shema Furish comes out from his mouth. It just releases itself, and the Kahanim are repeating that. And then we heard that, and we fell on our faces. Literally fell on your faces. You couldn't hold that level of energy, and there was just Kodem Mashtafa means that the body completely dissolved. We turned into a ruach, to a spirit. Makifim is the highest level of tshuva. What is tshuva? Tshuva is going back to my heart center. That is tshuva. Going back to myself, connecting to myself. Tashuv, going back. We heard this over and over, but we're still not chopping it because there's still layers of resistance. There's still metal, there's still distortion. There's all types of stuff. Right? The stuff that we eat, and that becomes part of the receptors. Your receptors are blocked with different distractions. There's static, there's noise. We're not fully aligned. You're not there. You're not, when the beam meets when the laser meets the other laser, beep, beep. When you do the elevations, the elevation, the beep. So, Sukkot were in a time where Makif. What does it mean, Makif? Makif means that it surrounds the thing, it surrounds the person, which means that there is no top and there is no top, there's no bottom. There is no beginning and there's no end. Everything is possible. It just keeps moving. Everything is possible. It can tolerate anything. It could have, technically speaking, it could have been Esav. It didn't have to be Yaakov. It didn't have to be Torah. It could have been something else. Because it's so high up, it's coming from such a place, from such a high altitude, that it really doesn't make a difference if I just spill this over here on the table. Big deal. Wipe it up, put a napkin on it. We're talking about such a power, such a force, the nuclear reactor, a couple of terrorists running around and screaming there, whatever, who cares? We'll come, we'll blow them out. Whenever we need to deal with them, we'll deal with them. It makes no difference. We're talking about the creator of everything. What difference does it make? Light, dark, Yaakov, Esav, good, not good. Who asked you, Bichlal, what space do you, Bichlal, take up? Do you hold any space? We're all stuck in our heads that I need to figure it out and I need to better myself and I'm on my path of my enlightenment and I'm becoming better. You're taking up zero space. Literally. Look into the atmosphere, look at the moon, look at the stars, and you're really not taking up any space. Nothing. We're just at the end of this massive makav that surrounds worlds and galaxies and billions of stars, and here you are, this little mind that has the audacity to take up space, to say that I need to and I belong and I have to, and from that space of limitation, when I'm limiting to myself to what I need and what I want and what I have to, that's where we get sick. That's where we take on all the toxic and we take on all the stuff. Geyashin from the Zaydas, from the Mamas, it's all good. It makes no difference. That's not the case right now. We're talking here Tachlis. So how do we get out of this? How do I get out of a matrix that I'm literally stuck in? This is my existence. This is who I am. You can't shake it off. That is the Yom Tov Sukkot. Sukkot, you're not celebrating anything that happened. You didn't go out of Mitzrayim. You did not receive the Torah today. There's no Chashmenom. There's no Achashverosh and Esther and Haman. Simple. There was a Sukkah in the world, which is a Makiv, which means that Kechashech Ka'ira, light and dark, problems and no. Just the same way you have problems, you can so not have problems. It's just like that. Yes and no. No and yes. And he decided this day, in the 15th day of the month of Tishrei, which is as we're coming out from Rosh Hashanah, Chodesh Elul, preparing for that, going into Rosh Hashanah, the beginning of the year, which is receiving this light, being Machadosh, the king, one more time, telling him that we want him to be our king. Who do you get to choose who you want to be your king? Who do you want to be your king? It can be. I'm just going to use some silly mashulim just to make a point. Google, Apple, my business, my money. Who is your king? Who is your king? Yeah. Who is your king? Who is the one? So we're telling him, and he gave us. Remember something. We're in a pressure cooker over here. We're in a gravity pull. So there's this massive, unlimited light up there, and then we are down here. And as whatever you think, that's what you're projecting. It's like it's a moving thing, but it's not exactly the way you think, because his way of thinking is not our way of thinking. So we're a little bit removed. When I'm thinking, you know how you when you steer a boat. Like you have to turn and turn and turn until you get to go a centimeter or a millimeter, yeah? So too, it's like we're so far in a different way of thinking that You have to turn until you get an inch. And the work is to focus in on that inch of change that happens. Yeah, I've done so much work. Guess what? From this whole spiel, two people marrying and raising a child for 20 years, and the big wedding, and the mechatonim, and the back and forth, and the yes inviting the mother-in-law, and not inviting the shviger, and all that and all this. Two people get together, and then there is a moment, and then from that moment, there is a child. From that 1 second of a moment, there's a child. So you need to look for the seed. And this is what we're here to train. We're here to understand and to tune into where's the click. From all the plowing the field, from akkering and hammering away, where is the beep beep? Where did I make contact with? And of course, the critical mind is going to come in and is going to tell you, look, I've worked so hard and I don't see any change. You do see change. There is change. What are you talking about? But I don't, but you do. Why are you telling me you do? I have pain. You don't have pain? There's also good. No, but I'm really suffering. You're not really suffering. Why do you have to give? Because your suffering is less real than you're not suffering. Your pain is less real than the not the pain. But how are you going to get to the no pain? How are you going to get to a place of alignment? From the pain. Because we are in a limited body, we are in limitation, we are in restriction, because that's the only way we can experience. So you have to dissolve that. But we're looking at life as a very physical. I can't break it. In order for me to change, I got to break stuff. You don't have to break nothing. That's why we're walking into the sukkah. The sukkah is an opportunity where we're entering in a moment of makifim the binah, which is wild oiras, the schach. The schach are made out of the ketores, the ketores of what the Kohen Gadol put into the Kodesh Kodeshim. That's the schach. And all our thoughts, your wishes, is in the schach, and that's what's the makifim over here. And you're going to say, but my thoughts, I can't hold a thought for longer than literally for 2 seconds, and I'm already going all over the place. And God forbid if I was to have my thoughts and my makifim debina. So first of all, don't worry about it, because we are all connected to a main conduit, which is the people that daven. There's the people that know how to daven that we're connecting to. So all our tefillahs are connected to them. So you have, whatever Leibedig Tzaddik you have, whatever Rebbe you're holding, whatever it is, the people that know how to daven. I'm not talking about, we're not talking about, what's it called? Torah promoters. Talk about people that know how to be mechavan, a bit shemai, and there's the different people that daven b'avodah. They know how to daven. They know how to the same way you know your business. They know their business. So we're makasher to them. They do the heavy work, and you may think that he has so much on his head. Like really, he's going to take my tefillahs? Who am I? I'm 2,000 miles, 5,000 miles away, and you're making a big mistake, because as a result of that, he brings down Torah from over there. He brings down light, and if there is no koinim for his light, then he loses strength. He needs the koich. He needs his Torah to evaporate, to saturate the Welt, in the fabric of Malchus, in our makif, in our filtration system. He needs his Torah to come through. Otherwise, he does not have the koich to stand for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours and just daven b'avodah. And there are many like that. Many daven, some do it quicker. Everybody has their way. So they need, but in order for their light to come into the world, it's not his. He's a channel. He's channeling. So in order for him not to be sit with his merchandise, and the stock market falls down and Zay gesund, and he can't sit with the schore. How long can you sit with your own schore? What's the purpose of it? In order for that to happen, he needs Malchus, us, to create space. So we're giving him and he's giving us. So we keep moving the chain. Him and he sends up, and this is how this goes. And there's conduits, and they keep cleaning. When you enter into the makifim the binah, when you go into the sukkah, everything is possible, because from any place that you're at, since we are in the makif, since we are in the potential where light and dark makes no difference, so Anywhere that you are, in any dark place, in any place of pain or any place of doubt that you are, right there. That's where it's happening. The question is, if Yaakov and Esav make no difference, if the light and dark make no difference, then why us? Why us? Because Ata b'chartoni mikol am. He chose us. And if we're still dealing with some, what's it called, political correctness, and it's like, who says, chosen? Every nation is chosen. Every animal and every tree is chosen. But we are chosen for this particular line, for this particular cup. If you don't want to say high, low, there is no high and low. There just is. It's just the level of presence. What's your vibration? What's your heart center? Where are you? What are you holding? What's talking to you? What is your truth? What is your truth? What is your truth? It's the ultimate truth is Creator is the ultimate truth. He is the truth. It's a truth. And sometimes we do things that, okay, whatever, I'm justifying it. In my head, I'm justifying. We go through the process and I'm justifying it and I'm making it right. But really, deep down inside, even if you're not up to it, even if you're not up to that level, but what is the truth? What's the emes? Do you feel shame about what you did or what you didn't do? Do you feel shame? That's where it's at. That is the avoid of the sukkah. The sukkah is, we're going into the makifim, we're going into the makif, we're surrounded in the womb, we're taking this wild energy and we put it into a specific box, we're entering into the box, and we are the panimi. We are the center of that thing. Which means, what's the center of the world? What's the center point of the world? Each and every one of us is the center of the world. When you go through right, left, Mizrach Marav, Durim Tzufan, Ma'lamata, the Veres, and then the back, what? Measured from where? What's the center? Ich bin in Crown Heights, you're in Muncie, this guy's in Montreal. Like, what's the center? Where is the center? Wherever you're standing, that's the center. Wherever you are, that is the center. The sukkah gives us the power, gives us the koyach to create from my center to make a pnimi from my center. From my pnimi to make a pnimi from my center, which means like this. Listen, Chavre, we're on a deep. I mean, we're very deep in the pit, deep in Choshech. We're far removed from where we need to be. 1 second, let me finish. Don't leave you. Don't let me hang with this. Okay. Tonight is Yosef HaTzadik's Shpizin. Yosef HaTzadik was Tzadik Yesod Olam. Tzadik Yesod Olam means that the Yesod is, you have the Kav Mitzui, yeah? We have the Keser, Teferes, and Yesod. This is the center line, yeah? We're familiar with this? Yeah? The new ones? Keser. Keser is the crown. Let's just say Keser is the Makif for now. All the possibilities. And then I have the Das, which is my connector. Then I have the Teferes, which is my balance center. And Yesod is the reproductive organ, which is my thoughts, I put it into action. Sometimes I have a thought, and then I bring it into my Das, I bring it into my Teferes. By the time it comes down to my Yesod, to my reproductive organ, my mind is completely somewhere else. Which means that I'm just planting that seed not where it's supposed to be. I just gave koyach to not where it's supposed to go. That thing is going to come back and spin my head tomorrow. Yosef HaTzadik, Tzadik Yesod Olam, is that he's able to hold no matter where you put him. He's a center line of the world. He is Creator's center line. Imagine like a tornado spinning at 100 and 280 miles, 86 miles per hour, destroying everything in sight. But at the center, there's absolute peace and silence. There's calmness at the center, the eye of the storm. That is the Tzadik Yesod Olam. That's Yosef HaTzadik. He went down to Mitzrayim. From Mitzrayim from Yaakov Avinu's house, which was Gan Eden, into Mitzrayim, the lowest of the world, into Petifer's house, which was the Sarat Abuchim, whatever was happening over there. Okay, it was running the casinos and all that. And from there, he ends up in a pit 12 feet underground. Whatever it is, 12 years. So it was more than 12 feet. I'm sure it was more than 12 feet. It was a real prison. It was in the ground. And even from there, he starts shining. He's like, right away they see that this is the guy they want to be close to. He's making it happen. He's holding that makif. He's holding that light. Tzaddik is Sodel. Tonight is Yosef HaTzadik. Yosef HaTzadik went into the pit. Everything, when a tzaddik does something, it's not just he's doing it. Everything is connected from the beginning to the end of time. There is no beginning, there is no end. Just while we're in Malchus, in order for us to do our work, there is this illusion. Wow, that's a nice reading. Is it Mashiach? Okay. So we're having from this the tzaddik is, pay attention to this, guys. Ja, L'chaim? Is L'chaim? Ja, L'chaim. L'chaim. Etwas gießt, das ist gut. Alright. Schafft the mind, L'chaim. The tzaddik is able to take Welt, the fog and the cloud of Welt, the Ananan, the clouds, the distortion of Welt, and he goes right, penetrates all that, he evaporates all that. He evaporates all that. He evaporates the illusion. He evaporates the illusion of whatever is happening. All your problems, all your restrictions, all your pain is an illusion. It's not real. The illusion is there for you to find what is real, to activate your power. We are all natural healers. If you leave the body, it's going to heal itself. If you have a headache, if you don't take any Motrin, your headache is going to release. It's going to go away. There's no reason to torture yourself if you're not into pain. But if you are, you can see through it. So pain, the pain is not necessarily just a headache. It can be any type of pain. Any type of headache that you're dealing with. It's going to pass. It's going to pass. It's all there to be mavader, to take away the illusion of what you think is. And that is the koich of Yosef HaTzadik, which is he went all the way to the bottom, whatever low you reached, wherever you are, whatever situation you are dealing with, Yosef HaTzadik, he controlled the zach. He has it all covered. He has it all covered, and Yosef HaTzadik is Shomer HaBris. Shomer HaBris is any type of covenant, any type of handshake that you have with our Creator, which is Shabbos, Shmiras HaBris, Tefillin. This is not just something that we're doing because this is Chamoire, if I don't do it, I'm going to be punished. We're all much ausgewachsen der Shichshan. There is no fear, nobody's punishing you, nobody's coming after you. It's very simple. What tracks do you want to ride on? What do you want to? Who is your king? Who's your daddy? Who's your master? Whose program are you signing up to? If you're signing up to the program of this or the program of that, it happens to be that the only place you're going to find peace is when you align with your tribe, where you come from, which is the first energy point. It's in between Netzachot. That's your tribe. That's your plant. That's the earth that you were cooked. And wherever you are, if your father's name is Muhammad, then that's where you belong. If your father's name is Yankel, then that's where you belong. This is who you are. And from within that, there is different tribes. There is Sapmer, Vizhnitz, bells, different shnit. Different shnit, not necessarily, just a different vibration. But ultimately, we're coming together now because whatever we're sitting at from every Chassidus and everywhere. So it's about friendship, not more than family. Yeah. Keep him the dinner. L'chaim, everybody. L'chaim. I say l'chaim to we can already say now the originals. L'chaim. So, Makifim the Bina. What is your truth? What is really? What is the truth? You did something. You're saying that you're doing, and you're not doing. What is the truth? And from that place, we take the lulav and the asterisk. Yeah, let's be in silence for a few minutes. Constantly talk. I've got to start reading, right? Yes, gaat me verstarten. Gaat me plant tobacco. Er is wel uit met alle andere zaken. Ze gaat zijn als Sherut wat voor terug kan kraan uitschrijven. Als Sherut is een Chabire, weet je, wie what's that? Convoy, yes, there's going to be a Sherut, we're going to go to Crown Heights. Ze hebben voetbal nog but yeah, so Sukkot is that's the back of So, Makifim the Bina, we're in a place right now where imagine that when you look at the radar, you have the radar detector, and there is a beep going up to the right or a beep down to the left. Imagine that no matter where the beep is, you're in the center. Wherever you are, you're in the center. It's aligning to the center. Wherever you are, you're in the center. And that is Sukkot. That is the power. That's the koich of Sukkot, because we are the center of the world. We're the heartbeat of the world. Klal Yisrael, Ata Buchatonim, Mikolo Amen, specifically to bring this specific light into this world. And I keep repeating that because I know what I struggle with when I was finding my alignment. Who says? You're saying that you are. Satmar says that they are the chosen ones. Pupa says they're the chosen ones. Chabad says they're the chosen ones. Muhammad says he's the chosen one. So why is this my truth? Then that's why it's my truth. What does it have to do with me? So you're pushing your agenda on me. You're more sophisticated. Don't push your agenda on me. Leave me alone. Let me choose my own path. The answer is that because that's your father, if you were born on the apple tree, you're an apple. If you're born on the orange tree, you're an orange. You can't help it. It is what it is. This is who you are. If you want to find your alignment, if you want to find who you are, Atta B'chartuni for this specific reason, and Sukkot is the time that we are entering in the Makiv. Wherever you are, you can find your center, you can find your purpose. Wherever you are, you can find your purpose. So what's your truth? What do you want? What do you want? I mean, go inside right now. Take a moment, go inside. What do you want? What do I want? I want peace. I want clarity. I want clarity. Deep clarity. I want to be clear. When you're hearing these voices that are coming and haunting you and bothering you, just ask them, who are you? Where are you coming from? Who's your boss? Who sent you? Your thoughts, that's your reality. So if that's your reality, you have the right to ask, who are you? Miyata, what's going on over there? What are you talking about? Start becoming mindful of what's going on in your makiv. Make your makiv your panimi. Wherever you are, make that your center point. Whatever mashigas you have going on, make that your center point. Yeah. go in silence for a few minutes. Let's close your eyes. Going into the Shana Rabbah is the shadow of the shadow, Bavoya the Bavoya. I think I pronounced it right. Not up to Shana Rabbah yet, but it's the shadow of the shadow. You know, there's a matzav that you look Shana Rabbah kippen zich auf the shooten, dan zet man the shooten from the laguna. If you see your shadow, means that based on your makiv and all that, it's brought down on the surah. What that means is that we are here a shadow of a shadow of a shadow. You see Atzilus, and then there is Abiyah, there is Biyah, which is a shadow of a shadow of a shadow. Atzilus is, there's the Shemesh, there's the Chalain, I think there's the window, there's the Nekev, which is the hole, and then there's the Mesach. Mesach HaMavdil, the separation, with Afiran. So you have Atzilus is the Chalain, which is that the light comes through a window. It's big light. And then it goes into Malchus, which is the Nekev, which is the hole. It's a small hole. It makes no difference. Because if the light comes through, it doesn't make a difference if the light is this big, like 1 diameter, or if it's 3 diameters, it makes no difference because you can just expand that light. Light is light. If you tap into your nekev, if you go into your deep, your panemius in your heart, it makes no difference if you have one thin, razor sharp light, or if it's a big one, because you can expand that. If I have one truth, that is a truth. All I need is one truth. The problem is the mesach, which is the firhang, which is you have the yesh ma'ayin, which is the light is shining, and then you have a curtain that's blocking that, and whatever is coming through that is just the shadow, it's just the strahlen different, the ha'ara different. This whole world is just the strahl, it's just the ha'ara. It's a not even a spark. It's what's that? A ray. The rays of the sun. That's what's happening over here. So the body, the goof, is just a screen that's picking up the rays of the sun. It's not the It's not the reality. Of course, it's going to be painful. It's not the real thing. How do you? The reason you are feeling the pain. If you are feeling the pain, that means that there's a light inside. Otherwise, you wouldn't be feeling the pain. How many times do we have chevra that are completely off the radar, go doing their own thing? There's a lot of pain. There's a whole story and the whole spiel. But the minute they enter into, a space where there's like, what is this? What is this? With the Zuda, God forbid, like what they get carried away. What is that? You're not putting tefillin, you're not holding by anything. What with them all, you're having questions of what's going on, what is this? What's the concern over here? You don't care. So why with them all do you care? Because there's, once you start messing with the centerpiece, with the deep, with my tribal, with my now you're messing with my core. It's a raw nerve. You cannot avoid it. If I touch you in the raw nerve, you're going to jump. I don't care if you're tough or not tough. If I put my finger into your eye, there's going to be a response to that. We are here. This whole spiel over here, all your problems, everything here is on the outside, the chitzonius of it. And the chitzonius is here to touch your raw nerve, to bring your awareness to your inside, to your pneumius, so you can wake up to who you really are. Not to who you really are. We really are. But as we were gasping for air, the clipper came in, and the illusion. Once I'm not fully oxygenated, I'm vulnerable. So anything can take advantage of me. Once I'm in fear, if I walk into a room and somebody embarrasses somebody, and then you walk outside, anything is going to be a trigger. The guy says goodnight to you, like, what does he want from me? What is he up to? They're talking, not talking. The mind starts connecting, making all types of connections from that place of paranoia. And it keeps going faster and faster because he doesn't want you to catch your breath. He doesn't want you to wake up to who you are, so he's going to keep you constantly moving. But we're going in now to the shadow of the shadow. When we shakal the lil of Draimul 3 times Chabad, Chachma bin Adas to Chesed, Chachma bin Adas to Gevura, Chachma bin Adas to the Fedes, Chachma bin Adas to Netzach, going up, Hoyed going down, and then you saw it going to the back. But all that is happening in Chesed. The ganze Lulav operation is happening in Chesed. Because everything ultimately is Chasudim, everything is kindness that's pouring down. Everything is kindness. Everything is happening in the Kavim and in the Chasudim. But in order for me to appreciate the Chasudim, in order for me to become aware that I'm in a massive flow of Chesed, there has to be some sort of restriction. And once you put a restriction on me, I go into a paranoia and I create all types of stories. I create all types of stories. So that is the Makifim de Bina. That is what we're dealing with on I know you're a big guy, but I'm gonna make it So that is that we're going into the sukkah. Then we are connecting to from that mesach, from the separation that we have. The separation that we have, that is almost like we're suffocating. And once you take away the light from me, there is a level of shame that a person is dealing with. From that place, we're open, we're vulnerable, and anybody can we're up for grabs. Anybody can take advantage of anybody. Once you are shaken up, and once you have one level of busha, one level of shame, or you're not in your full vibration. Once you're not at your full temperature, when the meat is not kept either high, if you put it on warm, it's going to go bad. All right, it has to be cooked. You need the right temperature. Sukkot is a time that we're going into the chaloin, we're going into the window. We're going in from that place of restriction, from the place of unknown, from the place of confusion. Wherever you are, wherever you stand, we're going into the chaloin. Because technically speaking, there is a separation. We are really in a separation. We're in a body that is not. The body has limitations, and our inside, our panini has no limitation. It's infinite. So when you're putting any type of restriction on me, I'm going to be panicking. And once I panic, the mind is going to, your narrative is going to create your story based on your panic. If it's not the panasa, it's going to be my relationship. It's not my relationship. It's going to be it's going to be my friend. If it's not my friend, it's going to be the wars. If it's not the wars, it's going to be COVID. It's coming back, and then it's going to be again who's Van V. we're always going to be spinning until you say Atkan. And the power that gives you to say, this is it, is Sukkos. That we're entering into the Makif. We're in the Makifim, the Bina, which means that up, down, right, left, this is the center. Atkan, this is your center. And from this place, what do you want? But the first thing is to recognize and to notice where you are. To take responsibility, to take ownership as to where you are. Chaim. Snap hem weer een kloer van, we was gedacht toen ik hem naar man zien. Het werd klorer en klorer. Goede kashen. Dat is weer schön, ne? Everybody say l'chaim, let's all get into the same place over here, because ultimately we're all connected together. This is not just a game. This is not just a game. It's time to start practicing what we're preaching. If you want to do this, now is the time. Start drinking and let's go into the Beis HaMikdash. Because it's available. The Rebbe says it's right here. Everything is right here. It's all a mindset. So if we have the Koyach Harab over here, enough crazy people that are willing to enter in the space of Beis HaMikdash, and the reason you're willing to enter in the space of Beis HaMikdash is because you are in a place where you have nothing to lose. If you're sitting right here, you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. You don't care what people think, you don't care what they say. Yeah, why not? You don't care what they think, you don't care what they say. That's good. You have nothing to lose. We're all in the same boat, coming from the selben Platz, and we're all seeing the ganze Spiel. So I just heard a story on the way here. There's a story that this guy came in to Yechidus for Yechidus to the Rebbe, and he had a Yechidus, and then he wanted to come in for another Yechidus. But you can't come in, you can only come in once a year for a Yechidus. He wanted to come in another time, so he came, he asked the Gabam that he wanted to come for another Yechidus. Yechidus is basically going into the sukkah where you got a cleaning. And they said, no, you already had one. So he came up with a chap. He said that he has his cousin, lives in Brazil, and he's going to marry a shiksa. And we got to save him, so he needs a yechidus for him. So they gave him one. So he came with his cousin. No, that's a different story. Then we can finish the story. Anyways, so he came with a cousin, he had a yechidus, and then he made up with his cousin that once he leaves, he's going to say what he wants, and once he finishes, he leaves and he's going to stay there and he's going to ask his question. So Kachave, he tells him, the guy finishes the Yechidus, he leaves and he stays there, and the Rabbi asks him what he wants. He tells him, listen, I wanted a Yechidus, they didn't want to give me one. So I brought him along, but I'm here for myself. So it was an Hungarian, it wasn't a Chabad, because they wouldn't have the audacity to do that. So the Rabbi tells him that you can have, I'm going to answer your question, but you need to bring him back because he's going to think that we're talking about him. Just some of the story of sensitivity. So he brought him back in, and then he went on and continued with the Yechidus. So what happened was this guy comes in, and he has a list of things to discuss with the Rebbe. He goes through the list, and he answers all his questions, and the Rebbe asks him, what else? You have anything else you want to ask? He's like, you have anything else? Anything else? And then he starts crying. He said that he has regret. He wants to do tshuva and whatever it is that's going on. So the Rebbe responds to him that it looks like you don't want to. It looks like you don't want to do tshuva ma'ava. You want to do it from Yidden. The fact that you're crying. Like when I asked you what else, I wanted to. I heard everything that you need, but I wanted you to hear from me what I need from you. But the moral of the story is that it's all happening with simcha. We got to go into simcha. That's the key. This is not a spiel about getting broken by yourself and looking back and starting to analyze. And I'm feeling guilt, and I'm feeling, beating myself down. That's not how this works. This is a game of simcha and simcha only. That's how this goes. Fine. All right. Hashem Elokeinu Avakeshu Toivo Leman Beis Hashem Elokeinu Avakeshu Toivo Yo 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 Sukkot is the only time that we take on the role of the masculine, the Kitchabriti. We are the Mashpiyim. Like literally you're given the steering wheel to steer whichever direction you want to steer to. is not, the avodah of sukkahs is to be in the sukkah and just go into the incubator, not to really try to figure out, but rather to just become real with yourself. And the chap over there is, it's not just a saying. This is the path. This is how you get through this very complex matrix, this desert, the midday. Because we are not our problems. Your temptations, the anatavas, and all your limitations and judgments is not who we are. That is where we are the whole year. That's when we are out of our character, when we are in toyu, when we go into deep inside to the nekev, to the depth of the heart, when we go into the usa, the liver. That's where you find yourself. That's Rachel Imenu. That's where Rachel Mavakal B'neo. Where is Rachel Mavakal B'neo? Wie weint sie auf ihre Kinder? In the depth of your heart, when you're crying every night, or once a week, or once a year, or whenever that thing happens, and you're like, I can't deal with this anymore, and I'm not feeling it, I'm disconnected, or I don't love my child, I don't love myself, I don't love my wife, I don't love my husband, or whatever that case is. I'm not feeling, whatever. I'm not connected. That's a better word for it. That's Rachel Mavakal B'nei. Because we got stuck into this goof. We're pulled into this goof, which is not us. This is not who you are. So by getting real with yourself, is you're taking count of where you are. I'm not here to deny myself. As long as I'm still pointing fingers to the community and to my parents and whatever is going on of the workshop and whatever is happening, I'm still distracted. You're not going to climb out of the hole that way. You're going to plead a good case. You're going to have a good argument. The good listener is going to listen to you and validate your points. But that's where it ends. You're still stuck. You're not moving out. You're not going anywhere. When I'm taking charge, when I'm going into myself, and I'm feeling my shortcomings, I'm connecting to the noise in my head. I'm noticing myself. When I'm tapping into that, that's the sukkahs. When we're going into the makif and the bina, where it's able to hold. You're safe in this place, like being in a casting. From that place, you start processing and channeling yourself. And once I take charge of myself, and I see my shortcomings, which part of my body is weak? I need to work in my arms, I need to work in my chest, I need to work in my head, or I need to work in my legs. If I don't do that, if I just keep distracting and keep doing whatever I got to do, then nothing's going to change. So Sukkot is a time of getting into 7 days of Zechvaraman in the Mama, Makifim the Bina, Ima. Bina is Ima, that's the mother. We're going in under the mother's arms, and we're held in this incubator, and it's okay wherever you are, because we're in Makifim, we're in the Makiv. When we're in the Makiv, the light, dark, whatever story you have, whatever judgment you have that was put on yourself that you're not good, or that you're bad, or whatever you did, Makifim the Bin, it makes no difference. It makes no difference what you did. That is the ultimate tshuva. Tshuva is the ultimate going back home, going back to yourself. Opening up the heart center, what feels right? What feels right to you? What feels right? Does this feel good for me, to me, or not? Yes or no? Did I raise my vibration? Did I feel more inspired or not? What does it feel like to feel more inspired? Is that in my head or is that in my heart? Where do I feel the resistance? Learn how to operate this. There's no manual for this very complex machine. You know, when we're shaking the lulav, you're shaking up, you're shaking down. Imagine the Kohen Gadol had a inum v'timim that when you ask the question, the lights started flashing on the inum v'timim. And then there's the second Mr. Migish had my inum v'timim, which really, what that means is that we went into a deeper level. Not that was taken away, but the Kohen Gadol was, so to speak, more whatever. And now there's no Beis Hamikdash. We have the Dalet Amos of Halucha, which is each and every one of us is a walking Beis Hamikdash. When we are the same way, when you are going through the process throughout the year, and you're feeling different pains and different emotions that are coming up for you, where are you feeling it? Where are you feeling it? Now, if you're starting the work, you can answer you're feeling it in your head, and then I'm going to say you can't feel in your head because the head can't feel. The head is a processor. So getting into the body, getting into where am I feeling it. So when you do the Lilith, going to the right, going to the left, you're lighting up. Imagine different lights are just flashing. Chesed, right side, left side. The whole body's lighting up. Going into the spirit of the body. Going into the ruach of the body. And that's why Sukkot by Nisach HaMayim, Simchas Beis HaShe'eva, there was Mageshept Rich HaKodesh. How? Because we got cleaned Yom Kippur from the Shem HaForesh. You went completely translucent, a holographic body. You were in the energy of it. When we walked out of the Beis Hamikdash, nobody remembered because there were the two lions that roared. Nobody remembered. When you walked out from the Beis Hamikdash, we heard the Shem HaForesh. But if you have the password, you have the Shem HaForesh, basically you have the key to the world. So when you walked out, you forgot Yashka. What was the chet of Yashka? How did he remember? Because he took along a piece of paper. The Sukkot Shiribim. Some say he etched it on his forearm. He made a tattoo with a sharp, almost like a knife. And he walked out.
On Yom Kippur?
On Yom Kippur. So he was over on how many 11. He walked out, and the lion roared. He forgot. And the way I heard the story is that he had a piece of paper that was hanging out like a tag, but then I heard the story. Otherwise, I got to ask my father again the story. And a few days later, he just noticed his arm, and he had the names written down. And he studied his names, and that's when he became Yashka. He performed miracles with that name. What's the problem? What was his chet? What was the crime? The crime was why we're so aufgetreiselt with the Yashka? What did he do? What did he do? And it's important that we talk about it in the Sukkah because we're in the Makif and the Bina, so we can hold anything, we can talk about anything. His crime was that he did the same thing that happened to the Dara Floga. The Dara Floga happened that they figured out, the Dara Floga was when they built a tower and then the Irish mixed up their language and they started speaking different language. So they gave me a hammer and they might get in cup. They spoke different languages. The crime they figured out that Creator is all good. He's full of love. He's full of compassion. He's full of mercy. So they told him, we don't need to do what you're telling us to do. What are you going to do? You're going to kill me? I'm your son. You can't kill me. You can't kill yourself. We're just a part of you. And you're full of kindness. So, A, you're not going to hurt me because can't kill yourself. And B, you're full of kindness and full of compassion. So, you can't help yourself. We're from the other side of it. So they did the first thing they did is by the Dara Mabul. But over there, then they were way more aggressive. This is by all us. This is the same generation. We are from Udam Marishan, the 130 years that he wasn't with Chava because he was angry with her for that she got him to eat from the Eitz Hadas. He's like, I'm out of here. So for 130 days he went to live by himself. While he was living by himself, he wasn't connected to a woman, so he had Timaskeri, which means that he was doing this. It happened without him going into a vessel of a feminine, and that created souls, it created energies without bodies, almost like Shadim. And from there, these neshamas had to have a tikkun. So from there we went into Dara Mabul. We did this the first year Pesach, yeah? You remember? So from there they went into the Dara Mabul. The Dara Mabul was almost like, that generation was almost like, they were half human, half not human. They couldn't contain themselves. They couldn't deal with themselves. The power was so strong. They were giants. They were like, what? He came and said, they're gonna rain. We're gonna shut down the rain. We're gonna put up. We're gonna go under the mountains. So they said. He said it's gonna come up from the water, from the fountains, and all the fountains are gonna overflow with the rain. They're like, we'll take one of our kids. We'll stick him in there. They were giants. They were born giants. So, but the water was hot and it killed them. And from there, they went into the Darafluga. From there, from the Darafluga, they went to Saddam. And then from Saddam, they went to Mitzrayim. And from Mitzrayim, they went to the Midbar. And from the Midbar, they went to Eretz Yisrael. And from Eretz Yisrael, we're here. So welcome to finally getting somewhere. Okay. So, what did he do? Yashka, once again, he did the same thing. He started performing miracles. He said, you don't need to follow any specific thing. It's all love. We're all one. He, she, he, them. It's all good. We have equal rights. We can heal anybody because he's love. But that's not what it is. That's against his will. That's acharaim. He has a specific agenda. He wants to be channeled in a specific way. Every single nation has their way. We have our way. And our way is Torah. Torah is Lamala Matam Zman Amukam. Torah is something that will take you out from whatever struggle you're in. It's going to raise your vibration. The Torah is going to come down to as low as possible. You know how low the Torah is going to go? Where you can just read it and say like, yeah, Shana Masa. That's how low Torah can go. And technically speaking, if you would understand what's going on, it would blow your brain as to what we're dealing with. And every year you learn the Torah, and every time you learn the Maimer, it's a different understanding, it's a different spin, it's a different twist, it's a different, because remember, it's where you are, it's how you receive it. Let's go back to the basics. If you are not in a good mood and I tell you good morning, you're going to say leave me alone. If you're in a good mood, I say good morning to you. It's the same good morning. So every day it's a different thing. It depends where you are, how your receiver is. Is there rain on the windshield or not? Are the wipers running fast or slow? What's the temperature? Is it the time of the month or not? Because men also have the time of the month. It's not just a saying, it's a real thing.
Weekly basis?
What's that?
A weekly basis.
Whatever, weekly or bi-weekly. There are some days weeks that you feel stronger, some days that you don't feel stronger. Okay. There's actually, I said this once, there's actually when you do the betting in football, there's an actual system that works. They know everybody's date of birth from the team players, and they calculate the majority of the team if they are having their time of the month, it means that they're weak, and based on that, they're not going to win the game because they're not strong compared to the other team. So this is a real thing. So the Lulav and the Esrig is the time that you are Mashpia. With the Lulav you are Mashpia, the Esrig is the feminine, that's the heart center. You Mashpia into the heart. You're bringing down this energy, this koichas into your heart. And surrounded in the sukkah, that's why we have to shake the lulav in the sukkah. The sukkah is a makif, it takes everything around, it holds everything together. The lulav is also created from pieces, different things, but the lulav holds together. Now look, if this was something that came from the Amazon, we would all be crazy about it, this technology. If this was some type of a medicine, you would go, wow, $1,500 a night, it would be crazy stuff. This stuff is top level technology. We're talking here about a tree that channels energy, a specific tree that does not separate. It has a center and all the leaves stay together compared to the other trees that have the tzvag and gai and the rose, and you can't bring them together. Jeder tzvag läuft in a direction. The lulav is holding together. It's holding together all the pieces. Nugumasta the Hadassam, it's made with 3, which is many pshutim on the 3. 3, it's a circle, it holds it together. 3 is the circle of 3, and so on and so forth. It goes on and on and on. And then you have the Aruvas, which is Arva Nachal, which is Arvis, which means once again together. So we're taking all these separations into one, and we're channeling this energy, it's like the lulav represents the spine, the same way where you have a thought, and that thought goes down the spine, and from the spine it goes into the feminine, which from there a child is created. So too with the lulav, the spine, and you're channeling down this koyach, this energy comes down, and you're mashpia that into your heart. Your heart is, everything is your heart. We're all, this is my heart, we're all heart connected, and your immediate family, your actually your wife and your kids, and where am I blocked in that, where is there clogged arteries where I'm not connecting, and it's okay. It's not work in one day. I know we could get it done in one day, if we would all have a Heskin, and all agree that we don't hate, and we just accept, and we support, and that's ultimately where we're heading, but in the meantime, we're fighting against time. Not against time, we're fighting against the current. Because once you go out there, you're not safe. You have to protect yourself. But if you learn how to connect from your heart center, if you learn how to connect from inside, you don't need to say much. You hold by yours, and that automatically melts away whatever needs to be. It's like a napkin that you put into the water, and it just starts, the water starts, it pulls till the whole napkin gets saturated. The same thing happens here. What do you want? What's my truth? What's my heart center? Where's my connection? And when you encounter the opposition, you check yourself. Is it me? Is it him? Is it both? What's my message? What's his message? Do I need to ignore this? Do I need to respond to this? Did I fail? Did I fail? I lost it. I responded, and okay, good. That's my truth. So that's the truth, and that's the truth. That's the sukkah. The sukkah is that wherever the makiv is, we're in the makiv, wherever you are, you're going into the center. You're going into the pnimi. So, again, to really feel this in the heart, feel it very strongly in your heart center, that wherever you are, when you enter into the sukkah, that is the center of the universe, the center of the world. And from that place, from that center, you are mashpia, to the right, to the left, to the front, ma'alamata, and to the back. Fine. A song that they can all sing along. Die haben de elke keer die haben de we gaan. Dus we gaan nog gaan. Okay, fine, say that. That's the thing. Huh? Jody? Sandra hebben ze? Huh? Good. By the way, any questions, anybody? Anybody has any questions? Somebody, get the other line. It's good to see you. Any questions? Chaim. Oh, wow. Remember the number? Wow. Yeah, what's that? Or Hershey. Or Hershey, okay. Was that Steve? Oh, Gavin? Gavin, yeah. Okay,
Ja, dat je dat
Everything we're doing down here, everything we're doing over here creates a reality in another dimension. Your Gan Eden is whatever you're doing down here. The other part of the neshama is already in Gan Eden, which is already Nehena from that space. Time. So everything we do over here creates another reality. That's the Olam Haba. So it's not, once again, not to look at it from a place of punishment, but rather from a place of chesed, that we're here to create our reality. Whatever you can do. The Lulav and the Esrik are also just it goes in layers. Remember, there's 3 layers. Shadow of a shadow of a shadow. You have the chaloin, the window. You have the nekev, the hole, and then you have the mesach, which is the mesach hamavdim, which we are in right now. When we are taking the lulav, we're actually penetrating the mesach. We're penetrating the mavdul, the separation. We're going outside. We're taking our hands, we're reaching out. You know, the scientists, they work in the lab, they're putting the hands into gloves and they work with whatever they need to work with. This is what we're doing. We're taking the lulav and we are making the movements that is creating another reality, this reality in another dimension. But really what's happening is that we are turning into the lulav. We are turning into the creators. When you're not shaking the lulav, you are mashpia from that space, from where you are, from where you're at, with your machshava divrei ma'aseh. But it's a very complex avodah for people like us that we can't hold string of thought together for more than 10 seconds before you're distracted with something else, because we are literally out there in the fields, and we're plowing the fields, dealing with the day-to-day struggles. That's why we have the sukkah, which is makifim debina, which means that it doesn't matter what you're thinking. It makes no difference. Because at that level, it makes no difference. From this space up there, it makes no difference. Right, left, it's all Yankov, Esav, it's all one thing. But, Ata B'chatuni, he chose us. It's the heart, Racham Avakal B'nei. So whatever you have in your heart, whatever your heart is, whatever your truth is, that's where you're being mashpia to and from. So what's your truth? What do you want? What's your cry? What's your call? What are you asking for? This is the time of Sukkot. It's the ultimate tshuva is Sukkot. It's the ultimate tshuva. Why? Because tshuva is, now that we know from Chassidus, from the Baal Shem Tov, that tshuva is not that I'm beating myself up and I'm sitting there and crying and going into a depression, got through it, because that's absolute klippa, and atzvus, that's all klippa. If you go into a moment of despair, then the other side is yearning. You're completely trapped. You're in a different reality. Tshuva is a time of simcha. I'm actually able to go home. Because until now I was in a maze and I could not find my way. It's by design that I can't find my way, because the whole purpose of your work is not to find your way. It's not for you to figure out where to go, but to find yourself, who you are. It's just putting you into such a pressure cooker that you can find yourself. So Sukkot is when everything is opening up. The sky is open over here, all the way to the top. Maila, mata, up, down, here, there. Atzilus, Eibishter is not there. It's all in here. See, there's different levels of Eibishter within us. There's separation, and then there's different levels of Eibishter within us. And I saw it from Bitchermeyer or from something connected to Breslov, that the pain is the Eibishter's pain. It's his own pain. He creates the pain. It's all that. It's all just to be able to experience dir b'tachtanim.
Can I Farbraingen?
Yeah.
Just elaborate more on what you are saying, that the purpose is not to find a way, but to find yourself.
Yes. Don't get caught up on, not you, none of us. We get caught up in our avoidance, on my self-growth, on my self-perfection. How far have I reached? How far? Where else can I better myself? And then it's with great intention. That's already like on the next level. Like how can I, better myself and be better and become better? And we get caught up in that. We get caught up in that whole thing. That is not the Inyan. The Inyan is not here for me to polish myself, because if I do that, then I'm just stuck in another stuckness. I'm stuck in bettering myself. But rather the avodah is for me to recognize that when I'm being pushed over here, when something is pressing in my heart, I can get caught up in like, who's pressing? Why is he doing this? It must be I'm a loser. He's a loser. He's an aggressive, and I'm aggressive. We get caught up in the back and forth when I'm realizing that really behind this push, there is what's there? Fire. What's there? It's me. It's my innocence, my desires, my wants, my she'ifas, my creativity. If we can take all that energy that we have invested into the 10 fingers of whatever is going on in your life, and really apply that to how can I go up, how can I go in, how can I express myself deeper, what am I participating into this world, what am I bringing in this world. The reason we are still struggling with parnasa and all that is because we're trying to figure it out. And remember something, we're energy workers over here. We're working with koyev. By trying to figure it out, you're keeping it alive. This finger, if there's nothing against this finger, then he just goes until he drops. But if I give him action, and I meet him over here, and now we're going to be sitting here for 20, 30 years, or 2 to 6,000 years, we're holding, locking the horns, karne, shoy nagach karne, what's the word? Einer von der Bruch ist es, Moshe geht für Yosef Atzadik. Yeah, Novate. Yes, what does that mean? What's that?
Svet Yonto, no?
Exactly.
Interesting.
No, it's a very important pusik, because after dealing with Zesa Bruch already for the 3rd or 4th week this week, so we can actually get deeper into the What's that?
Jeder spielt sich da, die spielt. Das ist Mama Schwur.
Oh, it's a cat set Mama from Yosef Atzadik. I love it. So that is that. Whatever. I'm not going to do this. Too much pressure to find it. What's his name of the passion? So the matzav is that we are locking horns, and we're stuck in our own thing. In other words, we did the triangle. I think it's the triangle thing. If my wife tells me something that I don't like, and I get into a not such a good mood, then now I'm sending out a vibration to you. Beep, beep. I made contact with you. Why? Because you called me, or I ignored your call, or you ignored my call. Now I'm like, you ignored my call. She got me angry. Now you and me have a red laser going this way. You are now going 2 ways, and you're sending it out to him and to him. And he's sending it out to his friends. So before you know it, we're all locked up in the mission impossible, where you have lasers, and you cannot bypass this complex maze. Nobody gets in, nobody gets out. We're locked in. Who's going to put the gun down first? If I put it on, maybe I can. Who's going to surrender first? If I surrender first, it's the story of my life. I surrender, and he's going to take advantage of me. So I'm going to hold, and I need to protect myself. And I'm getting drained, but I'm holding. And he's an aggressive bully, and he's also holding. So we're locked in, and the whole world is holding like that. So if we can get into one moment of Shabbos, A mindful Shabbos where everybody just surrenders. Let go. Drop. And you go off the grid, off the radar for 24 hours. Intentionally going into Shabbos. Intentionally shutting down the system. I'm forgetting about everything. There's nothing to do. I don't need to call anybody. There's nothing I need to accomplish. I'm shutting down the system. But I'm going to lose. You're losing nothing. I'm investing for a huge return. Now imagine doing this for 7 days. 8 days. That you go in intentionally, that you drink, and you don't have no worries. Nothing to do. You completely shut down. And you go intentionally, I'm cleaning myself. I'm sitting in the sukkah and I'm just cleaning myself with simcha. And if that doesn't work, then have another l'chaim. And go deeper within yourself, purging and cleaning and cleaning. And then when we come out, if we have over here, I don't know, 20, 30, whatever people sitting over here mindfully, you don't have to say much. Tomorrow you go, or tonight you're going to meet a few other people. You're going to see the work you do by the way you're going to get triggered by how they act. Or how they get triggered how you act. Why are you so quiet? Why did you say that? Don't try to fix me. Whatever it is. Okay. And then more people get into this Ananei HaKavod. And Ananei HaKavod. And you can see this, you go Yom Tov, and then you go Chol Hamoed Halten, and you go out there and you realize when you see what you see, you're like, wow, I was really on a different planet. I was B'chalal, not here. All of a sudden you're dealing with the screaming and all this, that, and the other, and then, half dressed, half undressed, whatever is going on. You didn't have to deal with this while you were just in your daladamas. So that's the Matzah Chevra. That's where we're going. That is Sukkah's. That's the power of who we are. That we are these supercharging machines, super intense. We have a mission. We have work to do over here, and start applying yourself into a positive force instead of playing defense. Don't worry about the outcome. Don't worry about the money, what you need to make, how much you need to make. Just go into, start paying attention to the light, and the more you're gonna apply to the light, the more of this, the illusion of that is going to shift and evaporate. We're going into a very, very powerful year this year. Pei Dalet. We're going into Goimel Dalam, from the Gimel to the Dalet, and Yedran Ratzazan Pshutim and all this, that, and the other. But we're definitely going into the year of the feminine. The Gimel is the Goimel Chasudim, he gives, and the Dalet is Get Father Dalet. Get Father Dalet. Dalet is Malchus. Malchus is Leslie Megar Maklum, this is the Levuna. Inside of it, remember the Levuna. The 15th Tatuk from the Chodesh is Chodesh Nissen, that's the day that we go out of Mitzrayim, and the 15th of Tisha is when we're going into the Sukkah. And as we know, that the Levuna is a magnetic field. The more the Levuna is often, the more aligned we are. So there's a draft. If you have the air conditioning vent in the car, the machst is tzig, and it's a blue starke force, it makes a lot of noise. But when you open it up, it just flows. So the Erste Putek from the Chodesh, there's restrictions in the Reiskai, the tide, everything is shifting and everything is moving. And then when you open up, in the middle of the month, that's when it goes up, the tide rises. Yeah? What?
Full moon.
The full moon. Okay, there's more, yes. So when it's open completely, then there's more gravity. So the 15th Tatuk from the Chodesh, we are fully open. It's when the kickstart of the Levuna, that's our mothership. That's what feeds us. That's what we communicate with. That's what we're receiving with. So when it's Tzigamach, and back in the day, the cycle of the feminine, the women, they worked exactly with the moon. Full moon, cycle, the Siglan clockwork. Now we're so disconnected that we're completely off course. So it's confusion from all of that. And the diets that we have, and playing around with it, and all that good stuff. So, well, we need to deal with Pata. We have no choice. We have no touchdown. That's what we're here to do. We're here to do the Berir. We're not running away from it. We're dealing with it. So the 15th Taduk for Chodesh Tisha is when the Lavuna is fully open. That's when we're walking into the Sukkah. And if anybody here is doing any type of energy work, whatever you want to call it, medicinal work, and whatever that is, if you do something on the 15th day of the month, it's going to be a whole different parsha than the first day of the month. It's way more intense. Anything you do, breathing or whatever it is. So, the 15th day of the month, we walk into the Sukkah. So we're talking about massive gravity pull that just open up. But now when he puts into that mix, into that gravitational pull, he puts in that flow of energy, which is the Sukkah, the Makif and the Bina, you get, everything gets sucked out. It's like you're going into a suction device, a wind tunnel, everything gets pulled out. Literally everything gets pulled out. Any questions?
The right attention helps it to result.
What?
The right attention helps it to the result.
Absolutely. Kavuna, very good question. Kavuna is everything. Kavuna is everything. If you don't have the right intention, the energy gets stuck. It doesn't go anywhere. If you can, it's almost like if we do something without intention, you're creating an illusion. You're spinning in an illusion. When you machst of the Siddur Tzifri, if only you would ask yourself before you open up the Siddur, why am I opening up the Siddur for? What was davenach for? The minute you have an intention, that punctures, that opens up that hole, almost like you're going into a sikha. It opens up that makav, it opens up that kav, and it flows up, the tefillahs go up. We do nothing with kahuna, nothing with intention. Kahuna is everything. And that's Hashem Elokeichem Emes. You know, I'm telling you good morning, back to the good morning. What's my intention? Ich weiß, as a guy that of the Nevin, I'm saying good morning because I want to get under your nerves. Or is it really like, how are you? And that's your truth. That's what the sikh is about. It's my emes. What's my intention? And he's telling you, Hashem Elokeichem Emes, I know what's up. Which means that this vibration of truth, where are you at? Where are you at? Vi bisti when the freks de kasha. What's your intention? Don't worry about what he thinks. Don't worry about that. What's your truth? Of course, sometimes you need to know the person is not approachable now. He's going through a process, a purge. He's angry now. Don't approach him now. But I'm talking about when you have good intention. And stay true to your cause. What's your intention? When you do that, you will be moishech and will help that person with the process and cleaning him and going through the process. And sometimes it gets wild. Sometimes it gets crazy. So it's going fleeing, projections, and there's that gezoek, jener gezoek, tzri gezoek, nish gezoek. That's you gotta hold it. You gotta hold, and that's why Reb Nachman talks about it, and he talks about Lakita Luchasov. So constantly, Asik is kusher bis 20 tefachim. Yeah, 20 amas. Bis 20 amas. Why? Gani sharam hechef from the. Stay in your makiv. Stay in your zone, in your rishis. Because rishis arabim is no bis same fees. Stay in your daladamas. Don't try to figure out, do you? What's my truth? And if we're all going to do us, then automatically that kanan, that the yanagir, the seshtois, if you do you're going to start, this is how we start doing the bitter, and we're shutting down the beast from from going crazy. This is how we're doing the shchita. And this is why ein simcha ele bebuse. What does it mean ein simcha ele bebuse? We're still shechting behind us. We're just shechting it on a whole different level. Right now we're shechting the behind when you're sacrificing, when you're keeping your mouth shut or you speak up. And sometimes it's a kard moila when you say nothing. And then whatever that means, and every madrega, and every story, it's a different story. Are you bringing a kard mincha? Are you bringing a kard moila? You're bringing a kevis. What are you bringing today? Well, when you're coming up to be Regel, which is right now we're Regel, and we're in the face of Hashem, of Creator. Don't come empty-handed. What do you got? What's in your wallet? What did you do? And I believe every single person sitting here is deep in the process of bringing a Geulah Shalayim in this world, of making this place a better world. I mean, it's there. Now it's just a matter of bringing it in. So with one intention, and right now, you can all go into your intention right now by simply. The Alter Rebbe talks about it in Tanya that we can daven on all tefillas, and you can go through a whole year of tefillas without kavuna, and you have the one tefillah in kavuna. You have that one davening that hits. We all have that one davening that hits. Then now you build, and then there's this massive explosion of oiras that go up. So right now in the sikha, we're in the makifim, you're protected. No chatzenis can touch you. There is nothing can touch you right now. You can say whatever you want. Nobody can hear you. They have no clue out there what's going on. Think about the guy outside, whoever it is, the Mexican, whoever it is. No judgments. He sees this thing over here, a couple of walls, soft walls, and some schach on the thing. What's going on over here? What's happening over here? What is this, like what, 5,000 people dancing in Kingston, 100,000 people going to Oman? What's that whole thing? Like, do we understand what's happening? Getting together in a sukkah, people, and we're sitting and just vibing and on yourself, on your neshama. Like, does anybody know what's going on? With the midbar, that's what it looked like. They had no clue. A couple of these chaver came out of Egypt, and they're just in a curtain over there in the Vulcanus. And then there was a chimney that the smoke went up. That was every day when they did the ketores. It was just going up. That was releasing, sending out all the ushans, sending out the intentions. They sent up a package, and then it came back. The response came immediately. But a question, nicht kasher.
Question, yeah.
Yeah, go.
What is for you is answer to that question. Instead of arbeiten op de eigen growth, dus je arbeiten de ganze kant in de weinig, ja. Dus laat me zo niet gezegd morgen, van ik ga een dag gezegd morgen, van vader van mijn agent gezegd morgen, maar meer wie de mijne gezegd, achter een gentleman, dus ik echt gezegd morgen voor jou. Ik hoop mijn aan die ene. Wieso flippen, dus instead of mine as it was on gentleman. Because this is basically...
No, I wasn't talking about that. That's okay. If you're telling somebody good morning for your own, because you want to be a gentleman, because ultimately that person is also an hand from that. We're talking about sometimes then the fake Takasha, and we're just there to, you want to antagonize the person. That's what I was talking about. We get him chapping him.
Ik ben niet oké, dus wat ik kan, in ieder geval, jij hebt natuurlijk gemaakt, maar jij hebt volgens mij. Je daar dan zag ik go. So
it's all bizarre. The Indian is all bizarre. What's the difference? What's the difference on the Indian? Ja, stimmt.
Kiefen zeggen eens.
Ha? Maar kiefen zeggen eens, wat? Wie schiet was? Ja, dat.
So macht man das switch. So macht man das switch. In der mindset, wenn man kickt auf sich und man will arbeiten, so macht man den actual switch. So surrendert man.
So the first way to surrender is by being real with yourself. I'm being real with myself that I'm no good. I have temptations. Sometimes I snap, and I see myself for what it is. I see a piece of meat, I want to just go for it. When I see something on the street, my eyes go there. You take an ownership. The first thing is by seeing what you're dealing with. I'm going into a business. What am I dealing with? What's going on over there? What's the receivables? What's the billable? What's happening? What are the losses? What are the chances? Let's get real with this thing. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, but let's get real with it. What's going on? So I'm getting real with myself, and once I see that, but now I already have my Das Elling, which I know it's not me. My child that has an ear infection, there's nothing wrong with him. He has an ear infection. God forbid. There's no way. People still have ear infections?
I believe
so. So there's no more. It's not. There's nothing wrong with him. He's amazing. I love him. I'm just dealing with the issue that I need to deal with. So too, when I'm taking charge of my fears, we're living fear.
Ja, you look the persönlich. When someone wants to work on himself, it's also he's working on something. It's not him.
Let's say l'chaim. Take a deep breath, release, let it go from your chest, let it all out. Send us around in the sick and the makifim, the binah, let it all go up. Let it go. These are not just words. This is the Rav Nachman, this is the Alter Rebbe, this is the real, they're telling you how it's done. We're just I'm not getting away from the question. I mean, there's no question there. We're just talking about it. What we're doing over here is there are people that learn Mizitz and Koil and Milan, and their avodah is to bring it into Machshava. Then there is Olam Asiyah. These are the Chaver that are out there, and when you're going to learn something, our avoid is not to turn this into kavanas and to make tzirufim and eat kavufka and adna tziruf. It's nice, but that's not really our strength. Our strength is, our power is to bring it into actual physical world, which means that right here, talking to Shekhinah, right here, talking to the creation, seeing the truth, talking to the heart, seeing it for what it is. That's the power that the Koheling man doesn't have. He's protected. He's never going to look at his eyes don't run because he's protected, and we are helping him do that because he can't survive in the world. The same way you can't survive sitting 12 hours in the kollel. You could, but whoever can't. All right. So whatever. I'll sleep till in a toilet. It's a gift. So somebody sweated for that. Somebody andere geschwitzt. Yeah. So, but not that the person that can do that's an issue. God forbid. There are different units in the military, different units in the fighting force. But the people that are out there, like sitting and actually sweating it out, dealing with the day-to-day temptations, when you're learning this mimer, you're actually going to see it in the physical world in a way that he can't see it. The Levusin can't see it in that world. He sees it in black and white, in full color. To sein Abishter in a L'chaim, to sein Abishter in a niggin, in a song, and in a sandwich, only we can experience that. Because you were exposed to it, because that's our avodah. That's where we're going, Farbreng. Because to do different animals in the forest. Jeder animal to his own experience. Not that we are better, or he's worse. Right? The Leib kicken schon von Schäfer und sagt, ja, wir kicken, ich bin eine Sache stärker von ihm. Weiß nur, innately weiß als das ist, get the lunch on. He doesn't make cheshbonis. What's the difference? There's no ego there. Ich bin stärker, ich bin gut nicht. I'm just, this is good. From all these 1,000 bulls, that's the guy that I want. That's my easiest vibration. I'm feeling energetically vibrational that if I have to, I'll go for the guy that I'll fight for my food. But the same way over here. It's not that he's better or we are worse. It's different bricks. Reb Nachman sagt das, ja? Jeder geht sehen, wie steht, Madreige. We're going to get real with ourselves. Everybody's going to see their level. Ich bin der Wasserträger, en jener der Schichtster, en jener terug de Holzhakker. Dat wat, this is good. Auf dem warte ich, als ich davon sehen, als ich bestaan met Holzhakker. You're going to know your place. You're going to be in full vibration. The string, if I tune it up a little bit, it's out of tune. That's not what he wants to be. Yeah, he sounds higher. You're going to hear him more, but he's off tune. It's not his vibration. What's your vibration? Do you want to daven like this? Do you want to daven like this? Do you want? What's my vibration? Wie viel ich mich? Wie drückt mich mein Herz? And you can't fool yourself, and that's the sicker. That we're coming in and we warmt sich with my reality. What's my faults? Where am I stuck? Where do I still have an ein nishtoiv? Because whatever I see is what I'm projecting. I can only see what I'm projecting. I can't see in you anything that I don't have. So if I look at you like, wow, you're an amazing guy, and he can look at you and say, or I can get triggered by angels. Something. So any type of trigger that I see in my kid is something that I have. It's something that my mother pushed me around for, and now I'm doing the same thing to him because I have that pain. Or I have that. I will not do this like my parents. I will never raise my children like my parents. I'm going to give them anything and everything they need. Where is that coming from? Because you were triggered, it's awake, and now you see it. You're like, I will do a complete the opposite. I'm not going into if it's right or wrong. But that's just the way it is. I can only see, I can only give what I have. I can only see what was done to me. So these are amazing opportunities. Everything that was done to me has brought me into a deeper awareness, brought us into a deeper awareness. Abuse on every level, mind, body, and spirit, whatever it is. Moichel libe kavde. Do a song? Anything? Anything else in here? Some suggestion? Go on with that one. Weiß ich kann das gar nicht jetzt. And something else? Something else? Alright. Vegas are going to use that one. Tune into your chest, feel your chest, solar plexus, right here, below the ribs. See if you can pick up, you can feel a pull. You can feel it on your right side, the ribs, the right side, center, the right side of the heart. There's a policy here that we like silence the phones. Thank you. I'm just saying, I wasn't it's sick, this is a market for nothing, everything goes, doesn't really make a difference. Explaining it a few days with my kids. You see my level of tolerance, so it's like I'm not even feeling it. You can talk on the phone a lot, yeah. Anybody has any questions, wants to share something?
Wenn wir das wie gesagt, als Na, Kunstkorb, most of it gibt na, so wie geht der Restaurant wie geht es. David is gesucht in
1 second. Let me respond to that for a second. Why is he getting man?
wow, toch besser.
Why is he getting na? Het gaat zoeken van wat?
Oh,
Wel, ik ken dus via Giddisch boilen. Ik ben auf een mountain. Ik ben gesetzt protected mijn ganze Leben en ik kom van Jiches en ik kom te zoeken op een Giddisch. You know, it's like ich man do and it was dort and kick was kick, you know, yeah. No, listen to me, brother. Ich kom van gas, zijn we auf een gas, and I'm telling you what works.
ja.
So that's why I know that there's a lot of stuff out there.
Met serieus.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there, and it's nice and it's cute, but this is real stuff.
Ja.
Real thing.
Why? Because we're real people. We're in the Emerson Steden. Stier, weißt du Stier, Sharaba?
Oh ja.
The Emerson Steden. So,
Zit er bij stakken met je weet het.
what's that?
Je zegt er bij stakken met je weet het.
וואו, רמב"ם מציל את המצב.
Coming around like
זה לא פשוט.
הכל פשוט. זה מן המקל יצאת.
המקל בבינך.
המקל
versteht.
בבינך. And what Shmini says?
וזה זוג נעשי ייחד.
זה מקיף עם בכך, man.
What's he?
תגיד את החוק. Man darf verstehen, wo es binnen, wo es macht die Energy auf binnen, wo es meint es zu mir.
So we said everything that's from the bin. I'm saying that, yeah. I was getroffen by the Alter Rebbe mentions at one time. That Shmini says from the Kif from the Chachma. Other from the Rebbe, I don't remember. So now what's the question?
Kunde gedenk nicht. Wat kom met aan te kochen? Wat kom met aan te maken? Wat kom met
1 second, finish that the gedenks. Let's get real, energetically. Besides the gedenks, yeah.
Graf zeker aan.
No. So, no. It's not there. The trigger is not, the resistance is not there anymore. You want to recreate it.
Wow! Schon schon.
Nice. Als gut nicht vergessen.
Na, sind nicht damals auch nicht.
Als gut nicht vergessen. Sie gewähren eine Resistance, and now the resistance is not there anymore.
Nein, ich kann weil ich war an der zweiten Platz. Dort ist es so, ich sag, da bleib mal ganze Zeit in der Platz von...
Well, keep in the binner. It's your choice. No, good. Guess what? You can't stay there. You can't stay there.
Moshe, ich make me quite that I'm make agree to disagree.
Als we get again, but I said that no, you can't stay there because there's a Manishtan coil, there's a busy offing gas, and you're going to get triggered.
So when we get to,
you're going to get triggered. But you asked before, how do I surrender? By first getting to know myself. When ich weiß, als wenn ich gar aan doen gaan the problem, that's my truth. And when ich come to do, that's my work. But that's not who I am. That's not my truth. That's a game changer because now it takes all the pressure off of me. And whenever I start spinning, ich ben a loser, ich ben an idiot, and I lost the deal, and I can this, No. I'm dealing with a very difficult situation here. Who do you think got the difficult situation? If I'm shiktara in a town, I'm sorry, I use Meshulim in war because to me this is a war. I'm shiktara around special forces. You need to be qualified to go into this. Not everybody can handle that. You can't anschikken op een kudish en a tumum and anschikken dat and do this. But anschikken a Yosef Atzadik, it's somebody that knows the ins and the outs. Kennt dem ganzen Spiel.
But the alte Zerike, when I went up on Masters, was when I became the Rebbe, so the whole zone comes to the Mailich, and the Mailich is a Burgerboy Yosef Atzadik. Ich habe mir gesagt, fänge mal, dass der Hand selber wie Yosef Atzadik wären, ist auch noch nicht, dass der Mailich so ein Aufnehmen mit der größten Burgerboy Yosef Atzadik.
Is er nog gezegd die van Yosef Atzadik?
Ja, but...
Wait.
Ja?
Was ja. Die meestal ook er staan op zettel. En ze zijn in Benjamin. Benjamin is dat toeren. If Yosef Atzadik is dat is zo, dus is Benjamin, is dat toeren. En wie is dat toeren? Toeren is thief. Thief in town. Because the Yisod can't reach where the Atura reach, because Atura is on top of the Yisod. And he is really sensitive. He's full of sensors. His head is in the sewer, and that's Benjamin. Beni Oini.
Beni?
Oini.
Oini, yeah.
Ben Oini, I'm sorry. Ben Oini. Yeah, it's always up. Beni Oini, don't worry, it's just good.
So who's name is in the red outside the Tzadikism?
Who else is going to go into?
Nee,
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Who's name is in the red is when outside
Who's
ich muss zusammenstellen, was du zahlst. Je hebt nog een ganze Schmies. Ich bin mit Leib jetzt ein paar Tage in Mexiko. Die war, alle meine Kids gemacht, ich kann sagen, nicht gemacht. Alle meine Kids, wo die das gerät, habe ich geschmiss mit dem over Schuhes in dieses Jahr, als es herangebringt, du, Mom, ich kann das auch dir ziehen. Ich kann Mama sagen, nicht. Mama ist aber nicht gesucht dieselbe Sache. Für eine andere, der Herr im Ganzen, von wow.
Ich wollte von mir sagen, muss es arbeiten mit allem Hof zu denken, was ich weiß.
Ja, ich suche dir, der ist einfach konzentriert.
Jetzt sag ich,
Zeit da mal.
But I want to answer to that question. Als gesagt, nou, laat me zeggen, wie tief de is, bist nicht kein größerer Tzadik. Der Tzadik ist ein rechtfertiger Mensch. Als ich bin tief in der Rebe, bin ich noch kein Tzadik. Ich wäre Tzadik, wenn ich kriege raus von da. Dann muss man noch der Tzadik. Wenn der Pilot ist in der Lift, ist wert ein Penny. Wenn kommt zurück, ist ein Hero. Noch kein Hero. Wenn dort oben ist, noch kein Hero. Wenn der Pilot fliegt 70.000 Feet in der Rebe, über Russland, ist noch kein Hero. Is a Pilot. Wenn kommt zurück mit der Loot, now you got a man.
Aber dann muss es auch für die Zeit.
Of course. Nicht die, dann beheimen. Weil du bist ein Marquis von der Binnen, das glaube ich kann more. One second, let me just finish. So, but, however, das ist even on das the klapperin. So, however, wenn du kommst da raus, bist du der größte Tzadik. But beschaas du bist innenweinig, tief in der Red, and du bist tief in der Finster, dann bist du in der höchste Level von Käse. Because everything is a reflection from up above. So the higher something is, the lower something falls. And the higher something is, the less expression I have for it, which means that's why it looks like that I can walk around one day and I'm like, I feel nothing. Film, davening, what are you talking about? I'm zero connection. Well, you are. Yeah, but one second. So Klippa is going to tell you that bist nechoshech. You're a separate entity. You're no good. But ins weiß man, ich has ein Stück an sag, alles ist Eibischte. Hakel, Hevel, Avulam, Lamale, Matte, Kachashege, Koere, alles ist So als ich bin in Finsternis, wie ist If I'm in Chashege, ich bin in Choshech, und ich weiß, ich bin nicht kein Separation, alles ist Eibischte, wie ist Und ich aste, Betäuchastur, Aturische Bestäuchastur, jetzt bin ich an der höchste Level von Käse. But, ich bin in Kesser, I cannot bleiben in Choshech. Now, this is Isaac. We have a tafka to do. You got to come out. Now you got to become the tzaddik. And when you make that connection, when you go tiefer, and now you open up and you connect, now the light has reached to this new level of darkness. And nun gaat an Yosef HaTzadik zum betiefer home, noch tiefer. Nun is in der Erd. The business geht nicht, gunish geht nicht. Tief in der Erd. What's the mystery over here? What's the Kabbalah? That's Kabbalah. That's the Kabbalah. Kabbalah. This is Kabbalah for truck drivers. That's the Kabbalah. That's the most powerful Kabbalah Masis that is not allowed for anybody to work with that. But we can work with that because we are immune to it. He loves that.
And how shocked are they
He loves that. That's a wegbreeder. Kim, I have a solution. Oh, the vetche, okay.
That's the master sure.
Ich habe mir gedacht, du bist auch das ist der Maße.
Das ist just der Rebus, der macht auch Victor Mumbai, aber das doch mit dieser auf jeden meinen Pinkel wie die ist.
Okay. So that is the case. That is the case, and when there's a somebody that walks there in and he's not connected, Tfil, Shabbos, whatever it is, you're in a deep, you're in Leuven alien, Leuven Arami. He was a flip-flop. He wasn't playing with it. He was real with it. He was very present with his belief system. Right? Ich get my tochter Ruchel, and he flips on him the night of the wedding. I mean, that takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of guts when I the Schwester, especially when it's the Schwester. Was I will. Right? And you get that Erika Steistov to free and there's somebody else there. I mean, that's a hard. You do not face that person. You run away very far. You make sure Like Yaakov, he gelaufen von Isaac. Okay? He gelaufen. For 27 he was out. And Leuven faces him the next day. He's like, what? Look at me, the client in front of the gross. It was fun. And he flipped it on him. Like, I think he made him feel guilty. Okay. I'm sorry for my audacity over here. So the kasha is, Rivka, Yitzchak, Zuk von Yaakov, Geit zum an Avrum, Geit zum an Heimland. Wo ist der große Yichus? Wo ist er mit dem Brother von Terach? Over the Zures? Who else? Nocher, wem noch mal gehad? Lovan, Basil. What do we do? What's the große Yichus over here? What are we going over there for? What's the big Yichus? The Yichus is that the Uvis with the Avrum is on große Chachma, and Yitzchak, which is fully aligned, and Yaakov, which was the B'rich HaTichon, which was connecting the both, with their great wisdom, as in order for ins to navigating them in the Tifa Midbardu, and met af van whom they in their DNA, them Lovan, met af van whom them Terech, ein bisschen Tamimus, ich gleibt dann aber der Zures, ich ga stickel tun, ich gleibt es mit ihm gesucht, noch ist der Gade Lovan, which from one minute to the other, like as if it's like nothing happened. I walked around an airport and he owns the place. You know? You just came out of the Holocaust. Why don't you own the place? I mean, it's family. Right? It takes a certain, but we need that to get through the gulas. We need that. So when the guys stand on the level of doubt, that is Luvan. The fact the Zayda. The Zayda Luvan Abud. The Baruch Hashem for that. But it's Leuven alien. From that place, you can reach the highest level of Kesef, which nobody else has access to. Because they can't flip-flop like this. They can't hold altitude.
From that place, man, when a mensch is tief. When a mensch is ganz vergapt.
The same way you can lie to yourself that it is vergapt, that you don't see the light, you can also lie yourself that you're in the light. It takes the zelo. The same way I can be in an illusion right now of where I am, I can also be in an illusion that depends. What? So that's why we're in the sukkah. That's why we're in the sukkah. What's my truth? The guy outside of the sukkah's truth is not. The guy's truth is a different truth than my truth.
All these truths is after, is a result after simple beliefs. Simple amena.
Saying what's the work after simple amena?
But no, the very core is just simple amena.
Yeah, sure.
And all those truths are based on those simple beliefs.
What simple beliefs?
Yeah,
yeah.
So it's also something, just a simple belief.
We are a yesh ma'ayin. We are in a simple belief. Our existence there's no reason for it. It's not, doesn't line up. If you follow the trace, right? I can trace the money back. I can go back, and if you're very sophisticated, you can trace it back to its source. A regular person can trace it back 3 steps. Yeah. But if you trace back how we ended up over here, at some point you get stuck. You're like, wie ben ik omgekeerd on planet Earth? How did I end up over here? It doesn't make any sense. That's the yesh ma'ayin. It makes no sense. We came out of nothing. He is nothing, and then here we are. Adam is over here. Okay, so the animamins are aligned with that. I have simple belief. It makes no sense, and that aligns with my reality, which it makes no sense. Which means that the same way we are a yesh, we're also an ayin. We're a yesh ma'ayin and ayin yesh.
There could be many sets of animamins, but it's us choosing those animamins.
Yeah, because they chose. Why?
It's not why.
They chose. They could have chosen anything. Sure. Believe in the wood. Believe in this. But
so it's just like anyone, like when you say Luvan and the seal, they were all believing that. So we're also operating from a belief.
Yeah. So we need, because they were just one pawn in the game. They weren't the full picture. In their egotistical mind, he thought that he is the Zag, but he wasn't. It was just a pawn, which means we need Terex Tamimas, and we need Lovin's flip-flop. That, to come out from all the beatings that we've taken and just still get up in the morning, it takes a certain level of denial. It takes a certain level of denial to take so many beatings and still be here. Because if I don't have that, then I'm broken. If I can't lie to myself, to go through what we've been through for 2,000 years of gulas and be here with still holding, it takes a certain DNA that can handle that. Because we should not be here right now. If you keep chipping away, the Twin Towers came down. At some point, there was something that met their match, and boom, they're not here anymore. Every tall building, they move a couple of feet from the wind. They shift. So we have that within us. We're also shifting. I don't have to be there. I can be there too. I don't have to be there. I can be here. Right. So that's the woman that we have in us. In one aspect, it can be applied in many
So
things.
you're saying this is the proof of that this is not wrong.
No, I'm just saying that tracing back our DNA, the traits that we have, the koiches that we have, aligning that with the story that we've been through. My truth is my story. And my truth is also what they're saying, Anemamin. There's 13 Anemamin, and I need to believe that Mashiach is coming. I need to believe that he is what is, the miti, the ultimate, all that. So that is what our sages, our telling us that we need to believe in. That aligns with the 613 item of this melech, Ramach Avin Shesugidim, which he shows up in this world through this organism. He shows up in many organisms. He shows up in burgers. He shows up on 42nd Street. He shows up. But our organism is the Ramach Shesugidim, which is 613 mitzvahs. That's how he channels through here. So, based on the texture, our DNA, the way we're built as Luvan.
Those mitzvahs also after the simple belief that
you can already trace back. Once you have the first level of bittul, that I surrender to who I am. I surrender to who I am. 1 second. That's big. Who am I? My father, my mother, my ancestors, whatever it is. Then you're gonna automatically. First, you need das tachten. There's das tachten. Let's go to this. Simplified. Das tachten, das alien. When I'm in das tachten, I need to be reminded constantly. A guy on tatel in the finger, daven, sedua and Eibishter, unfortunately was given to us not in a healthy way, but that's not the point. 1 second. Once I'm in das alien, I don't need to be reminded anymore. I already know. So when I'm in das tachten, I'm like, I need to have a minute that the 630 mitzvahs are my existence.
I can also believe that Das Elyon is also ancestors and what's around me.
Sure, 100%. Sure, exactly. That's what we said. The first energy point is the tribe. Who am I? My name is Moshe, and I'm geboren in Wilhelmsburg. And if my name was Ahmed, and my father's name was whatever, Muhammad, then that would be my reality. And I would have to do Ramadan and then do whatever crazy things they do. That would be my reality. But the fact is that that's not my reality. Oh, so maybe that's true. Who says this is true? Could be.
Wow. What do you mean your reality?
1 second. Maybe Muhammad is the truth.
Yeah.
Who says that Moshe is the truth? 1 second. Hold on a second. Let me finish before we get silent. Let me finish it. We don't leave it hanging. Because this is important. Because somebody can just listen to the recording and stop right here and he just walks away with a question and there goes 10 years of his life. Okay, so let's finish it. Okay. That is very true. He is true, and this is true. That's his truth, and this is my truth. That's it.
But what's the truth?
Oh,
this is the element.
Now, once you go into that, there is one more thing that we believe. We believe that we are the truth. Now, what is the truth? Is the life the truth or the tiger or the shefel? Welche the truth? 1 second. Hashem, Shema Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. There is eins. But to get to him, there's many ways. It's a pyramid. It's a pyramid. Everybody is. There's different levels in the branches. But there happens to be that we're in the 10%. We're top. All of the machshava. Now, who says? Okay, if the Galach gets arguing with me, habe ich a choice. If I can that's a verhandelen mit him, that was when I still needed validation. What's my truth? But now that I know it, good. That's your truth. Sei gesund. I'm happy with that. Good for you. This is my truth. How do I know? Because this is where my heart stops hurting. When I'm connected to this is where my aches go away. This is when I feel aligned. So I know that it's my truth. And happens to be, I don't think my father is as I idiot that I would have done that. And happens to be that when you look around in the library, look how many. Yeah, so I spoke to some people that are big maskilin, but they're not connected. Right? They're not. They have that's their whatever their journey is. But they all agree like you can't make this stuff up. Tausende scriptures, Bavli, mit Mefarshim, there's a ganze organism. It's crazy. You can't make this up. It's not mentisch ausgedacht. You can make up a business and you can go 3 steps with it and then you're starting to go in shaky and all that. We're talking about a massive organism that is channeling a Dover Nitzchi. It has to be a Nitzchi because it's still alive. No matter where it's going, this thing is hovering and huffing and puffing. It's everywhere. It should not be here anymore.
The
Torah, yes.
It's allowed for everyone to just expand on it.
You said
It should not be here anymore.
It's allowed for everyone to expand on it. That's what's happening. Everyone's expands.
Everyone's expanding what?
You gotta close the window. Close.
In the toilet.
You said it's a pyramid.
Hey, close. We're losing the market here. We're losing the beginning. It's taking out the whole.
You said it's a pyramid. Ramadan is part of that pyramid.
Who? Who's part of the pyramid?
Ramadan, the Yosh.
Of course, yeah. Wait a minute. Everything's part of the pyramid. Everything is here to teach me, to show me.
Für wie nimmst du das als auch apart von der Pyramid? Das ist sicher.
Because the fact that you're talking about him and you're saying no, the Snish is apart from the pyramid. And maybe, Wiffel Shaykh to my pyramid it is. This guy, something happened in Israel, like Boehmen. Somebody got affected by it more, somebody less. What part of my pyramid am I with it is? Some more, to some less. Some of the young and Davin and Tifrang and later meer, and I know the young out there. Okay, terrible story. My immediate family, I'm immediately affected by it. My close friend gets hurt, I'm affected by it more than if you're telling me that your friend got hurt. Okay, I would have to go get very cute with myself and go into a deep avoid and start feeling the pain. Maybe yes, maybe not.
That's the great challenge. Like you said, those must see it. When you're not even aware that it's happening.
That's why we're doing this work. So we're waking up. So we're coming aware, and the same way you are.
One
second. You are aware.
Now.
No. 1 second.
Not aware.
Aware. You are aware, which means there are things that you are not aware of, and there are things that you're aware of now that you were not aware of 4 weeks ago. Okay, so you are aware, versus the other person that's b'chalal not aware. He's totally fine with the way life is going. You are aware, but you're saying, in my level of awareness, I'm going to forget, and I'm going to fall back. So that's das tachten and das elyon. When you're in das tachten, you need to be woken up. Hello, how do you do this? By showing up to this. You come to do this work, whatever that may be. Whatever you do, mindful, taking a cold plunge, and torturing yourself. Why are you doing it? What am I doing this for? Good. It's a good question. If I'm going to a Farbraingen, to a shear, what am I doing this for? That's the kavuna we were talking about. Did Maya leave?
No,
that is it. Okay, kavuna. Fine.
Intention.
What? Intention? No, I wanted to. Ich halte ein Kicken, ich sehe ihn dort. Ich sehe ihn nicht. He just came back. No, this is not movement. He just came back. The mind is rausgegangen. So rausnehmen a fuse from the breaker.
It's a light is playing musician way in Catholic or whatever.
Yeah, that's the avodah. That look, you were in Katniss and you were searching. What made you search? What made you search? What was the calling that woke you up and said, this is not good? Against the zone, yes, I have explored. I was not explored. You said it, but it's
as long as you're a human being, the words it's on, it's not
Maar hier kan we wel de question.
Correct. Correct, but it's jetzt an angegeben, es ist gewähnt auf der letzte Schuhe. Okay? Okay. So that's your way of getting me to repeat it. Fine, I will. So, circle that down to this. What?
Ik ga jetzt een battle implementen in een heim, because met Kaboenen, en dan hoop je niet op dat doen.
Zoek de Rebbe, zoek de Heilige Rebbe, 9. Come in Crown Heights and get on the dance floor. Huh? I am. What's that? Yeah, but very good, very good.
Gaat ze zich ook schmieten voor jou?
No, it's not for you.
Zo is dat de kleine muziek. Voor de music en dansen.
Maar dan moet ik even van de kast. Volgens gaat men in de binnen. Met de Shanas, de Shana hebben. Je hebt het ook. Dat they was maken het sociaal. Since we like can film, it's a different story. But why did we go around the beamer? Because exactly, what staat in Magzeh. Very good. And that, because it's nahi. When Meshaka the Lulav is Shlish Elim, Shlish Amtsui, but the actual nahi, which is Netzachad, that's behind the Vilt. And that's why we walk around the bima. So the way the Meshaka the Lulav for the nahi, for the bottom part, is by walking around. Who's walking around the bima? It makes no sense. That's exactly right. It makes no sense. The legs don't make sense. He doesn't understand why he's doing things. He just does it. That's called Kabbalah Zeh. 1 second. That's Simcha Stoire. Simcha Stoire is Nahi. Shana Rabbi is the Chasima. Shana Rabbi is woman. So jeden Tag gaat Narim Nahi. Malchus. Shana Rabbi is Malchus. Malchus Peh. Wegen dem zoek men Mishnah Torah. Wegen dem zoek men Tillim. Because we're bringing more letters into Malchus. So, 1 second, so that's, so now, so in Crown Heights, you're right, this is alles good, this is all very good, but at the end of the day, think of the steak, think of, you know, all the other amazing things that you do, and just think about it. Jetzt bringt man Artikel for Vienna for all those actions is by going into on the feet and doing it. And the only time when I have the power of it, of the ganze Spiel of Talucha and the Akufas, and I wakter him a ganze Nacht in 770, you just wakter him like a bunch of behemoths, makes no sense, is when I did it. I did it one year and I realized the power of it, that it's cleaning your head and your heart and now the legs. And now you go into Shabbos Barashas. It's avoided.
What are you saying? As an imagination, you get the point with imagination.
No, I'm saying it's endless, but there's times that you work with your machshava, and there's times that you work with your diver. If you want somebody to bring you a glass of water, and you're thinking about it, yeah? Okay, but at some point you have to actually ask, why don't you just think about it? So you tell me that my machshava is not real? Machshava is real, but it's some things I need to act out and do.
I also heard you say that since you did it, the machshava about it is a whole new level.
Wow.
The what? The machshava about it?
After you did it,
yes.
The machshava about it now is a whole different level.
Sure.
So
everything raises.
Right.
And that's the main thing.
No.
That's the main thing.
You still need to come to Kronos.
I did it last year, and the machshava didn't bring me anywhere.
Hold on a second. Last year you were there for 14 minutes. You stood on the side and you looked.
I'm still going to stay on the side.
And 1 second, there was such a big makav that you had no clue what you were looking at. The others were like, I thought that. No, wow, this is way bigger than anything I can handle. This is like, what's going on over here? What's going on over here? So do a Waber section, so do a Männer section, man trinkt, man tanzt, man schreit, man verfiert, and es ist lebendig, es ist freedom, es ist lebendig auf der Welt. That was the first year.
Is it happening tomorrow night too?
Still one.
No, we're all going right after this.
Is it more question of is MS not a certain level? I don't think that's what you meant.
Oh.
The blues Wasser, that's the message I got.
What's your question?
The question is, oi me daf tin la masse, was days as the member mukem schon sagt, Schrudam schon nimmt zu Udam, was das nicht den ganzen Names. Weil ob das was dann gewesen ist, was ich doch schon gedacht
So look like this. There are some people that ever never left 770. There are some tzaddikim that never left the Dalai Lamas. They didn't need anything. They were literally living in that space where Mokim Shemachshavta Shalom Shomo Nimtze. They were in the space of their Olam HaMachshuva, and they were living in that space. They were Bechlal not in Welt. Then there are those that are in Welt. We need to bring it in. I can think of a beautiful house, a beautiful vacation, and I can actually go into a meditation, and I'm going to have an amazing time with it. If that's enough for my nefesh, then that's enough. But for some, it's not. You need to bring it in. So there's a different level. I'm thinking it, and now I need to bring it in. You do a breathing, and you're having this amazing experience. You're having this amazing experience. And now what? Hello? Is that real, B'chlal? I just went into fantasy world because I'm back to my problems? What about when you go on a vacation and you take off 10 days and you spend whatever thousands of dollars? You're going to be back. This is going to end after a week or whatever time it is. So what's the point of the whole thing? What's the point? So, most of us, when we do it to flex, right? Staying in the most expensive hotel and showing up and all that. So that's part of how I get rejuvenated by getting unhealthy validation. And then there is the part of the actual, no, I'm going because I'm rejuvenating. I'm charging my battery. I'm taking this time to my schwitz, to my workout, to my Farbraingen, sheer, food, where I'm creating this kav, this open channel, this beam that comes right upon me, and I'm vibing in that. And when I get the koyach for that, it's like sleeping. For whatever hours you sleep, you recharge your body, and then I go back to my day. Come back and rest and rejuvenate, recharge, and then expand again, and then back and forth. So Moksha Shafta Shalom is true, but not when you're 20, 30, 40, 50 something years old. You need to bring it into action. Because people like us, if he didn't Shak Lilith, we would say that we don't need to Shak Lilith anymore. I don't know to what level he was, but what's that? So he didn't know. What was it? Was it Hashem Baruch
Nachman gesagt, dass als Janke wenig gelegt film mit bei der Maxis. Was?
Das ist noch mehr Reiches, ja.
Bei der Maxis, als damals hat gegangen mit Mr. Film. Und danach man gekriegt auf sich, als ein Amsterdam, ich kann mir als ein Mr. Film, also wie Janke wenig.
Was ist denn in Amsterdam?
Verwusst ich weiß nicht. Was ist so an mir mäßig?
Because the fact that we saw him in this world, he had to show up. He's bound under these rules. What's the Shimon is gedacht?
Okay, let's get an energy.
What, to put it on?
No, but
that's what I'm saying, but I like this physical.
Yeah, get an energy to the courts,
the koich to show up in Welt. That he doesn't disappear. What's going to have to hold a handkerchief? Otherwise he would fly away. He would just...
Shlomo, you can do many times, and was emsam das ist gedacht hin, or Kinder und so, in der Deutsch, aber und so, starke Sachen. So, ich denke mal, man sagt, wenn man geht hier.
Wo suchst du Shimon nicht gedacht? Wo ist der Shimon nicht gedacht?
Because Shimon was mamash checked out. He was
nein, gewünscht getan?
Nicht schon gewähnt, der Mann hat gewünscht getan. Hat alles gemacht mit die Kinder.
Für die erste etwas gemencht, dass dieses Eis, so ein Titus, von dies. In case you don't want it, like you stay there.
Yeah, if you go into the Aduma and Mazuktas, okay, alles is Abishter, I don't need to do anything. Als alles is gezegd, ik if dan een lichtigen tinkel, Janke van IJssel, mag ik geen gillen, ik was dat echt in de ganze zaak, wat even nog niet zullen.
Nicht um nach Schule im Maß.
What's that?
Ist das, there's no difference in nach Schule im Maß.
There is a difference in Maaseh, but I can say that als Tomer het mag geen gelijk tussen $100 en $1,000, ik kan kopen maar plekkel brood, ik ga hem geven $1,000, dat gaat wel zeggen geld. Het mag geen gelijk, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference, but there's still a system, there's a seder in that. This is the price. This is how much it costs. This is what I need to do. Otherwise it's toyu. You're not supposed to give away all your money for tzedukah because there has to be there's a toyu and tikkun. Alter Rebbe says that you should. Okay, it's up to where you're up to.
Ich hab schon mal gut Peisach bei Nacht, das kann schon gemacht, aber ich weiß kein Mann, ich denke...
Nicht, dass 13 Jahre gesetzt sind an der Mann.
Okay, ja, weil Arbeitsdeel hat es nicht gehabt. Aber there's something was said. Mit sie ist es, weil er gab Gasten mit Box, er wunsch gar nicht.
No, because it was the gosh.
Ja, er wunsch gar. Es ist geworden verfüllt, etwas.
Ja, they've created the Chidam.
En met die Chidam alleen is het geworden verfüllt.
Yes.
Yeah,
Het gemacht, het created the Kanon for us, als we in Stier mit ist, als er fällt an der richtige Platz.
Okay, die Chidam stärkt wieder Maße.
Kennen Sie nicht jeden noch
Samen in Chidam.
wie viel zusammen gearbeitet, you know, das kann auch ein Stück und klein Matze. Aber das ist gemacht am Effekt, dass in sie gehen zu Matzes hat eine stärkere Value. 70, 80 Jahre später, sagen sie das Nefisch war, whatever sie gehabt, die Stories, die macht es nicht a difference. Es macht a difference, die ganze Zeit deine Matzes.
Is dat größte Heilig von Problemen an
So that's why I got this to record it. It's got this record. And then it's read man into the news and what episode because it alles recorded off the record. So go back to it.
It's not the same vibe.
That's your problem. It was on. You should be able to go back to the same vibe. That's the yichud.
En van wat lang echt van dat is correct.
You're being very hard on yourself for no reason. Draai toch in kop.
And what should I do?
Go into your heart.
Yeah.
How are you feeling right now?
Same time, same way we are to keep reason on a negative triggers. Van keep reason on a positive triggers. Van feel erg triggers positive. Dezelfde staat in mind and energy, so it is keep the negative triggers terug. Als je doet van feel, maar a positive triggers. Wie werkt triggers positive? Dat is zaak. Dat moet je change. Push het op de andere manier zaak. Wat mij krijgt is een voorstel.
Ja.
Ja? Dat is simpel. Dat is niet maar voor de...
Wat was de mattenmerking? Huh?
You said the pilot will come here when you land, so let me know when you land.
Come on, then.
You have it?
Come on, then. Thank you for coming. Decent right? Huh?
It was so great. Thank you for being here and explaining everything for details.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for share. I thought we were going to stay somehow. I think actually some of the post something. I was talking to them. It was very nice.
Thank you.
I'm like, okay, the book is that was fine.
That was really fun.
I try to be very critical on when I hear other people sing. Because most of them don't know how to do it. Very nice to sing, but original. Very, very original. That's the word. Very, very original.
Yeah. I still don't have to make copies anymore.
You're related to Yosel Rosenberg? Azik, you're related to Yosel?
Yeah, family.
Look a little like him. Now I see the spiel. Okay.
You see it?
Yeah, yeah, okay, fine. Good. So, okay, we're getting ready to land and start the night in the Crown Heights. Wie is mij? Shabbat Roos gelachen? Close in plaats. Kijk hoe jij dat voelt. What's up, man? Huh? Wist je regel? Jullie wist je
Ik ga spelen.
Wat gaat er spelen?
Shout to mine.
Okay, go.
Yeah, Kim though.
Some experience of that.
Very good. Marvelous.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Motion.
I like it. Yeah, very good.
I have one question. Who's made this Anthony as a brother?
No, he wasn't listening. Yeah.
Ik ben misschien terug. Is mijn zaak zo sterker, weil we zeilen me sehr, wo tiefer du als aggressor Sachen kannst du machen lassen. Es gibt gewisse Sachen, der Habste von der Sache, was du meinst, ist der tiefste Platz. Als du sagst, musst du mir helfen nicht. So, die Plätze, das Plätze. Aber dort kannst du nicht rübergehen, da geht das mal nicht. Warum du noch nicht? A mensen zijn er van dat wij mensen net aan man. Dat is mooi ja. Tief maar die dansen. Van het dansen. Dat maakt zin.
Dat kinderstaat.
Ja. Zo. Wie also ist da weg auf Zerek. Du schaffst das. Wir waren auf dem Weg. Durch die Wahrheit kann man uns sagen, durch die Wahrheit kann sich nicht sagen, was du sagst. Aber wo darf man sagen, ich kann machen, was stark kann ich sehen.
Die Geschichte nach Platz ist nicht anders. Die Menschen sagen, was sie alle wollen. Da vorbei die Grundschule, ne?
Yeah.
Ja, dat is even direct aan vast.
Farbreng de vliegen door, ja, maar dan de ganze stukje.
Good?
Ja. Ja, we gaan met de tas gaan weg.
Besides, yeah, of course.
Thank you so much,
Weiß ich nicht.
So, that's good. Was ist gefragt? Was kann ich also?
Ich bin gefragt, wir wollen gehen, dass es du hast in der Schaf von Lied, simple Schaf von Lied, die Hecht will man schon. Also ist es da immer sehr, dass ich wieder können nehmen.
Ben gaan met z'n
So, in Olam Asir, we're acting out physically, something, als ik kan zijn geldpakket en zo, als ik geldpakket van de tisch.
Dat is muziek kan ze daar schaffen niet.
Wo?
Dat is muziek kan ze daar schaffen niet. Maar jeder schafft van beginnen aan zweite, als ik heb gehaald, als ik gewoon in kop, zoals ik